Cameras on and we're ready to go live. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. How's it going? Why you two? I've heard you two before. Oh, here it begins. There we are. The eyes are the windows to the soul chat. And you do that so well. When I do it, it's like, I'm bugging out having an episode. But guys, episode 22. I Boozy. We had a little week off in terms of our live episodes last week, but we are back, large and in charge. So that being said, Josh, how are we doing? How are we doing today?
Mate, I am good, man. I'm excited to be here. And if for some reason no one has noticed yet, we're all wearing snuddies. So I'm so
get the snuds in.
Get the snuds in.
Get the snuds in.
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be back. To be honest, so Thomas messaged me after the Friday night stream last week and was like, man, I'm actually really sad we did podcast this week. And I was like,
don't make it seem like I was the only one. He said it as well, chat. It was mutual.
I definitely did miss it. I definitely did, but we are back. We are back. Thomas, let's introduce our guest, man.
Let's go for it. Guys, if you can't tell already by the stream title and the tweet we put out earlier this week, we are joined by the wonderful PvP legend, fourth at London Worlds, the man with many signatures on his Lapras Hawaiian looking t-shirt thing. It is LurganRocket, ladies and gents, also known as James.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. James, how are we today?
Pretty good. Nice and relaxed. Had an easy day at work.
Love to see it. What are we drinking? What are we drinking?
We got Thatcher's Blood Orange.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice,
Thomas. A man of culture. We're on the inches because we need a few more inches.
You still haven't drank all those?
Bro, I've got fucking loads of those. I ordered them all from Amazon. Many inches.
I'm on the
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
That's not Zabryska vodka, is it?
Yeah, no, it's nice to be fair. It's actually banging. It is banging.
That is too fair. But guys, speaking of, before we get any further into this episode, so this podcast, for those of you that don't know, is solely for entertainment purposes. We do not advocate overconsumption or abuse of alcohol, and we certainly do not promote binge drinking. All guests have the choice whether they wish to consume alcohol, and it is their responsibility to drink responsibly, not ours. And with that being said, cheers to a good episode. But right, let's dive straight into this because we don't want to be messing around here. So James, how did you? We'll try and start from the beginning because I don't know what your sort of origin story is for the game. That's what we're going to find out now. How did you first get into, I'm not going to go Pokemon Go, but how did you first get into competitive PvP? Well, how was he born? Yeah, when mommy and daddy love each other very much.
Yeah. What's your mum's middle name? What was your first pet's name?
Yeah, what was the name of the street you grew up on? Yeah.
Name of your favorite teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did you first get into PvP in general? What was the thing that got you into it?
So for Go PvP, it was always, I always thought that it was going to be a thing at some point.
Yeah.
And I always thought, me and my friends used to have quite a big group of players. We used to do raid challenges, fastest solo this, duos of this, 12 unique, 6 unique, whatever, for just a bit of fun, bit of competition amongst each other. But the game always seemed like it had the potential for PvP, for some actual competition. And for me, I thought that was always going to be my end game. It was the thing to really focus on and put all of the resources into. It was the reason for playing and catching and spinning all these staffs and doing all these raids.
All of that led towards, for you, that was your sort of A side. That was this is what I want to get out of the game.
Yeah. I want to, and a competitive person by nature, and I thought Go is going to have competitive. It's going to have battling at some point. That's the basis of every Pokemon game ever,
fighting,
except for the mystery and stuff or whatever.
You train them. What do you train them for? To battle. You don't obviously you collect them, and in some games you have the contests and not the contests, the contests and all shit like that. But I guess they've introduced that in a really shit way. The contest, they've done it in the form of showcasing. Can you imagine if we had actual Pokemon contests? Yeah, we dress them up in snuddies like this, and they're there, get the badge in, they're going mad. But No, but when
the little cat ears.
Oh, imagine. When you did these challenges, were these with like were they with like locals, or was it sort of, I'm trying to like gauge the timeline. Were they like online friends or just like an online community? Like, who were you doing these challenges with?
No, most of these guys they lived in Belfast, so about 30 miles east of where I live. But they were the people that were taking the game as seriously as I was taking it. That that wanted to find this challenge in the game.
Yeah.
It's all well and grand. You can get 20 people to meet up and you beat the fuck out of a Lugia raid. But like, how's that interesting?
Mate, sometimes that ain't enough. Depends on who the 20 are. I'm telling you, man. You get some fucking dead weights rocking up thinking, oh yeah, we're going to go this Lugia with my Heatran and we're going to do well here.
I mean, I did plenty of Mega Latios, Mega Latias raids whenever they first came out remotely. I 100% get it. You see lobbies with 13 people failing that thing?
Yeah.
Long day.
Yeah.
Long day.
So, for me, it was always just a case of like just waiting on PvP to be a thing, and then just throw myself into the deep end with it as soon as it comes out.
Nice.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. Because you were, for those of you that don't know, you were, if I'm not mistaken, the first ever play Pokemon regional champion for Go when it hit the competitive circuit. The first one. That's something that can't change, chat. No matter. Oh, Josh's camera's gone.
There we go, boys.
He's down. Yeah, Josh
just. Dual stream.
Yeah, we'll take over now. We'll start asking Josh questions. So you were the first ever regional champion in Liverpool as well. Like, talk me through that, because obviously it was the first ever one. It's come along a long way since then. Like, there's been 2 installments afterwards, and it's gone from strength to strength. Talk to me about that experience. Was that like your first ever like in-person tournament, or had you done like other ones through like grassroots formats?
So I played Silk from the very first tournament, Boulder Cup, January 2020.
Oh wow, that's a while ago.
January 2019, was it?
Yeah.
2019, 2020, whatever it was. Some of our locals had actually hosted it was like Open Great League. It's basically what GBL is now, right? We hosted an Open Great League tournament that was just blind picks. We did that the month before Boulder Cup.
Yeah.
Just to see, PvP had literally just come out. Nobody really knew what they were doing. But I done a tournament in person for every single month for every single Silph Cup for season 1 and up until season 2, whenever we first went into lockdown. There was no stranger to in-person events, but our locals were between 8 and 16 players at most. With Liverpool, we had very low expectations. At the time, the game ran like crap.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of snakes and denies being as impactful as they were back then. The game itself had some 1-turn and 2-turn lag issues after charge moves on both sides at the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of the big UKF players just didn't bother their time, didn't bother wasting their money on it, because we thought the tournament was going to be a bit of a shit show.
You didn't know what you were going to get, in terms of consistency of the game. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think we thought the judging staff probably aren't really going to know what they're doing, because they're probably going to pull people from BGC and TCG who know how to run a tournament but don't know.
Yeah, respectfully, don't know the game. Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's the very first tournament that there is official circuit for Go. It's just across the pond. Whether I win and do well, whatever, I just want to be there and witness it. I just want to be part of the history of it.
Yeah.
So that was really the driving force. Put faces to names and all that, but it was really just to bear witness to what was going to be.
Yeah. How many people actually took part in that? Obviously, there's nowhere near as many as it is now. Because Liverpool, you think Liverpool now, it's one of the apart from maybe Lille runs it close, but Liverpool is the stacked EU regional now, not including any ICs.
It is, I think, within the European circuit. Utrecht might be different just because it's a fashion event, it's free to enter.
Yeah.
Liverpool has these last 2 years really seemed to be, the
premier
event
one, and it's typical that a European didn't win it, but what can you do?
So I think the first Liverpool we had It was either high 50s or high 60s for players.
That's not bad.
So more than you would think. We had more players in. I think we had more players in Liverpool than we had in Bremen a few months later.
Yeah. No, fair enough. What were you going to say, Josh? Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if I wasn't hungover, I reckon I could have won it this year. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Too fair. You put a decent account of yourself with big man Wigglytuff was putting in a shift.
I was so miserable about it. Like people were like, "Joshua, you're doing really well, but you must be gassed." I'm like, "I'm fucking miserable, man." I'm like, I want to leave. Like, I want to go. I want to shower, and I want to go to the fucking pub. I don't want to be here. Like that's all.
We're sort of just checking in on you to being like, "Can we go yet?" Like, why? I'm like, "Why are you pretending like this is going well? Like, get out of here."
So, like I said, like my plan from the rip was going to be right. I'm going to go 0-2, go pub, fine. But obviously, like I wasn't going to enter and then just like throw games.
No.
Right?
You would have got the spectators pass. Like,
yeah. So, right, and then. So I'm just like playing it and I'm winning, and then I lose to fucking I lose to Tom the Goose in round 2.
Ton Batoos. Big up Ton.
I'll tell you that nickname will catch up one day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because it was fucking great.
And
then, mate, and then I just keep fucking winning. And I'm fucking miserable about it, man. I'm just like, get me the fuck out of this fucking cursed arena. There was no, mate, there was no fucking signal, right?
It was hot. Did anyone else not think Liverpool this year was like really hot? The room. Maybe it's because they get more. Maybe because they get more bodies in there each year.
Because we were crippled with alcohol.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I was sweating like a fucking nonce in a nursery. I was lagging IRL. Fucking 1 and 2 turn, mate. Forget about DRE, mate. TOM was gone. He was fucking lagging around, but...
It wasn't hot. It was because we didn't get into fucking 4:30 that morning and
True.
we're at the arena. Like, that is why. That is like 110% why. But yeah, it was, but then to be fair, like, I can't complain. Although, no, I can't complain because I still didn't get any championship points.
Yeah, I thought you would. I thought you would have, but then obviously, wait, how many wins did you get on the winner's side?
1.
Okay, yeah, fuck that. Because I got 2 on the winner's side. I was like, I'm cooking. This guy I played against, he only bought 3 Mons. He bought a Peck Talonflame and a Lowland Sandslash and a Coffee. So obviously that's the team he's running. And what was annoying is I think I was 1 place off in my group of being seeded. I was like 9th, so I'm like, it's so jarring that I have to play this Donny. So I played him and then played one of my teammates, beat him, then played Stan, then got knocked out. I'm like, okay, we've got 2 wins and losers, we can go on a little run. No, and then we just got knocked out the next battle as well because we were waiting for losers round 2 to catch up. So yeah, 2 and 2. I'm surprised 3 and 2 didn't get you anything, but it might just be because you got most of them on the loser side.
4 and 2.
You went 4 and 2. That's a scam. Yeah. You got robbed. Yeah. I even checked on the leaderboard.
Like some of the unfortunate people, depending on what round they lose in winner's round, they actually get fed into the losers round that was before their winner's round, just because of the way the seeding works.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what? So they kind of move back in the competition.
Yeah, like you'll see in some tournaments, people who lose in winners round 2 drop into losers round 1 instead of losers round 2.
Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't.
Yeah, long day.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair.
But mate, like I said, I was fucking miserable, bro. Like I was actually miserable. I literally couldn't have wanted to be there any less than I actually did. Like it was so fucking bad. I'm just like, mate, just get me to the pub.
To be fair,
like,
the preparation you put into the tournament, like, probably didn't match the outcomes. It was like you were definitely exceeding.
Mate, so literally, it was me and Joe Lee in Discord, literally like the day before, and we were like, we should probably like scrim a little bit and like see if our team's all right. I think we did like 2 battles, and we were like, yeah, that's enough of that. I'm just
yeah,
that was it. And then it worked, but yeah, it was a miserable time all around. So Thomas, you went to the venue on the Sunday though, didn't you? You went back. I was like, I'm not fucking leaving.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Remember we didn't. We didn't leave.
Mate, I don't know, man.
We were battered. We stayed, and we didn't see any sunlight at all that day. We did the podcast on Tim's couch, and then we went out again. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I was too, and that's the second year in a row at Liverpool. It's now a tradition that I didn't use my side event thing that they give me. Yeah, just second year in a row I've not used it.
Yep.
There's just no
I have
time.
a small collection of them.
There's just no time. But no, in terms of like not just Liverpool but tournaments in general, how do you, James, feel like you prepare the best? Because you get some people that will like. I'll use Doombug as an example. You'll get people like Doombug that will it's constant, it's continuous. I don't think the man's ever like probably gone a day without battling. Is it that intense and as like sort of strenuous for you, or do you kind of take a bit more of a laid back, you know what works for you because it's tried and tested, you don't need to keep scrimming it if you know it's going to work? Like how much in terms of like hours do you put in terms of tournament prep?
On average, less than one.
Fair enough.
So I barely do any. I barely do any practice. I barely scrim. It's something I want to change. I do want to try to practice. Try to get into shape a bit more for these tournaments.
Yeah.
But most of my preparation is spent on team building rather than playing with the team. Trying to come up with. Go ahead.
Right, but do you not think like you can kind of like over prepare, right? So you kind of talk yourself into circles, right? Like
yeah.
Sometimes you just have to go, right, I'm comfortable with this. I've done a little bit of practice with it, but not too much. Like I'm just going for it, and whatever happens. Because literally, you could. There's so many Pokemon to choose from.
It's like it's like an exam. It's like you do like if you like study too much for an exam, you're gonna start like your brain can only retain like X amount of information in its short and long term. Like you'll start losing some of it. It's like if you like over prepare and let's say things don't go well in the scrims, then it just throws like just puts a spanner in the works because you're like, oh wow, it didn't work in these scrims, maybe I need to change it, and then you're just back to the drawing board if you have to change your team like 24 hours before the tournament.
Yeah. Like I used to practice quite a lot for self tournaments way back. It was just fun, it was the main way of interacting with PvP at the time. We didn't have GBL.
Yeah.
And I would always try to get the person I was practicing with to play like the meta team, what I thought like the standard 6 was going to be.
Yeah.
And then I would ask them if they're comfortable. Do you want to practice with what you're actually playing?
Yeah.
And I'll play the meta 6 or I'll play what I'm thinking of playing. And like there would be times they would just have that pick that just doesn't make sense, right? It's fucking shit.
Like
but
what?
So
like what? What's been a pick you've looked at? It's like, what are you doing there? Who put that there? Just in general, that could be play Pokemon as well.
I think it was I think the first cup of season 2 of Sylph was Sinister Cup.
Yeah, I remember Sinister.
And I practiced with a guy who played Gallade, which I thought at the time there was no who the fuck there's no targets, right? Pretty much everything that's common beats it. Yes, it's coverage between Leaf Blade and Close Combat doesn't back in Close Combat with like 60 energy, right? The coverage is good, but it's so slow and it's getting fast moved down by all these ghost type fast move users. And nobody's going to play this thing. And this guy that I'm practicing with against my 6, Gallade beats like 5 consistently. And like it wipes the fucking floor with me. And I just think, nobody's going to play Gallade. And then a different guy at the tournament then ends up fucking playing Gallade and sweeps the whole thing because of it. Jesus. But like in other situations, I would have made the knee jerk reaction to twist and turn, like change the team too much.
Yeah.
To try to accommodate for that one pick, as uncommon as I thought it would have been. And then the team itself overall just doesn't make a whole lot of sense because of it. So I think of that the same way in terms of practice for like these Show 6 tournaments now in the official circuit, is that I trust in my team building more than I trust in my practice. Mechanically, I'm pretty sound, I think. Like I'm not going to make a whole lot of stupid mistakes all that often anyway.
Yeah.
That I don't want to practice with the 6 that I have that are generally a little bit out there. There's usually something kind of creative about the team. And come up against someone who's using, something that's not like nowhere near top 12 usage for the tournament overall, it's kicking my teeth in, and then me making the knee-jerk change to the team to accommodate for this one thing that
you're probably not going to see. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, do you tend to, like, in terms of scrims, do you tend to like look at the previous, like, any previous regional winners teams who go like, yeah, run that, or do you just let people run what they're planning on running, sort of thing?
When I do scrim, both. If they're comfortable running what they're going to run, right? But usually it's about just scrimming against what you think most people are going to run.
Yeah.
Because if the team you're bringing has a really positive matchup against, the core 6, or the basic bog standard stuff you're expecting 8 out of 10 people to play, then you're going to beat 8 out of 10 people. It's only just that one other person that you're going to have to outsmart.
That one Bastiodon,
Yeah. Well, in Lille 2023, not October past, October the year before.
Yeah.
Right. I bring this team that is just horribly weak to Scrafty. Right. I think that sort of play Scrafty, right, is rubbish at this point.
Yeah.
Like the North American event before, it was won by House Stark playing the
Noctowl,
the Noctowl, right? And I thought, like, okay, if people are going to play like the standard, the successful stuff from the last tournament, they're not playing Scrafty. Scrafty matches terribly against standard stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
And in my first 2 rounds, I get the only 2 Scrafty players in the whole tournament. Like,
you got outgoed at a play Pokemon tournament.
Michael Staranka is sitting backstage, just changing everything on just to get me the 2 scraps. I beat them both just because they probably weren't that great players, but what are the odds?
Yeah, they
probably. I know going into the tournament that I have one thing in my team that can actually beat a Scrafty. Everything else gets wrecked.
That's quite funny.
And I come across the 2 Scrafties in the whole thing.
That's probably like what you said. They won't pick a Scrafty because they think it's a great meta read. They're like, let's pick Scrafty. I think I ended up running Obstagoon at that Lille, and Obstagoon was actually pretty decent apart from Medi. Like, literally apart from Medi, I was like Goon safe into everything. But then, like, Scrafty, it was like, long day for it. But fortunately, I didn't see these 2 people that you faced, so I was like, I'm good.
Thankfully, they were out early enough in the tournament. I played Obstagoon myself, and it was one of the big reasons why I was so weak to someone else playing Scrafty.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I was practicing, if I scrim with someone, and they run a Scrafty against me, do I, in that situation,
make the change,
do I make a call to, change a Cresselia that I was running the future site back. This is before team sheets, so it was going to be a surprise for most people until I'm on stream.
Yeah.
Do I change the Cresselia to Moonblast just to better cover for the Scrafty that 2 people played? Like, no, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth giving up so much potential against other things. But it happens, every once in a while you just come across that one team that just fucks you.
To that, like, I had something like similar, like for Liverpool. I literally just went on to Djokovic and just looked at like the top 12 Mons for, I think, was it Charlotte before Liverpool?
Yeah, Charlotte was the first. Yeah. Charlotte was the first time we saw Annihilate. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm literally like, sweet. So I'm just gonna bring Wigglytuff because it's just like good against like the top 12. And then just I didn't practice it, and then who I showed my team to? It might have been you, Thomas, and you're like, oh, you're just weak to Shadow Gligar, and I was like, it's fine, I just won't run into any.
Well, you made the conscious decision not to run into Shadow Gligar. I don't think it works like that. Yeah, Judge, Scrapping Pete, he's got a Shadow Gligar. I can't face him. I demand a recount, reshuffle the groups.
Yeah.
Because so when I got knocked out on my 7th game, it was because that was the first Shadow Gligar I'd ran into the entire time. So, actually,
wait, what were you facing? And they were like any Skarmories? Like, what the fuck flyers? Was everyone running Altaria? Because I brought Altari. I was like, yeah, long day for Wiggly.
I don't even remember.
He's not here. He was getting the people with the Pac Talonflame and the Kofa Gurgas.
Yeah, that's who I got. Yeah, no. To be fair, I set myself a challenge where I'm not allowed to shield. I didn't shield anything, so the games actually got quite close. I was like, no. The funniest thing was, it was like, right, Reggie just runs through this whole team of 3, right? So I'm like, okay, we'll safe swap Reggie if things are looking bad. So it was like, what did he have? He had A/ onto Altari. I was like, okay. I was like, we just swap into Reggie. So swap into Reggie. I'm there. I'm thinking he's gonna try and catch something. He ends up bringing a Talonflame. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna debuff and then like dip into like Wishcash or something. Yeah, he ends up just taking the Zap Cannon. Bird gets sent out the sky. The A/ comes back in. He just no shield to Focus Blast. I'm like, what is actually happening here? I'm like, I was so confused. Yeah, paid actors as opponents. Yeah, it was good. It was basically a paid actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got my team sheet here from Liverpool. So I ran Wigglytuff, Lickitung, Azu, Registeel, Poliwrath, Charger Bug. So I'm like one Shadow Gligar. Like it's fucking.
No, surely we have Bubble on our Poly.
No.
Oh,
no,
okay. Well, Sag.
But like I said, because I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit like if I did well or not. I'm just like, it's fine. I just won't run into any because I'm going 0-2 anyway. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm not going to get the chance to. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that aged well.
Yeah.
It only has like, it only has like 40% usage. You don't need to worry about that kind of thing.
Yeah. Mate. It's not 50%. If it's not on 50-50, you confirm it. You confirm it.
See, odds are you're just not going to encounter it in any given matchup.
Like I said, it took me 7 matches to match one, so I'm like, it's fine. Like it just worked. Just worked. So James, were you at Liverpool this year?
Yes. I got the 4th place in Liverpool.
Did you not see him? He said to me like afterwards, like, I literally shat on this guy on stage, like one of his games. I don't know if you saw it, Josh. I think I was knocked out at this point, and you were still charming away with Wigglytuff at the table. Yeah. So literally, there was a matchup. I can't even remember who you played. It was on stream, but so it was like
a Reggie. Spanish player.
Oh yeah. For whatever reason, this Skarmory was like farming to the moon and back, and then like I can't remember exactly how it happened. So like, do correct me if I'm wrong, but like he was just over farming. I feel like a Brave Bird gets like caught or some shit, and then like no, the Brave Bird gets caught, and then the Incinerate goes through on the catch, and then it obviously debuffs it, and then this Skarmory loses everything it's ever worked for, and then like Wishcash just runs a train.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I should make it clear that I didn't mean that in a rude way. It just shows how little attention I actually paid, like, to that event, like the entire weekend. Like, it was just a fever dream.
I have not watched the stream for a single event this entire season since September. Yeah. So I don't know who wins these things. I don't know what good plays.
What about when you're there? Do you not find out like when you're there? Like you're just not there for day 2 if you're not there.
I'm way doing something else. I'm like chatting to some of the Irish TCG players, see how they're getting on, and I'm trying to like. There was once Lille 2023. Me and German player Frika, we were both like 3,300s, like top 200 on the leaderboard in GBL, trying to match up against each other in Halloween Cup because we're within about 30-40 rating. Yeah. And we're sitting there chatting for like 2.5 hours. This is during day 2, like the stream's right in front of us, and we're just sitting trying to match each other in Halloween Cup to see who would win.
Nice, that's jokes.
Rather than actually paying attention and I'm watching the event.
Okay, so I guess it leads into my next question. So I've been told you are very much a drinker, is what I've been told.
Yes.
You are very much a drinker. So for me and Thomas, Liverpool was literally just like a 3-day bender, basically.
Pretty much.
Like genuinely, it made me not have a drink for like nearly 2 weeks. It was like that fucking rough.
And it broke our host as well. Like Josh's good friend Tim, like was kind enough to put us up, and he even said that like, dude, when I was leaving, Josh already got it at this point. He even said to me, it was like, I don't even hit Liverpool this hard. It's like, mate, Liverpool just got fully like fucking yeeted. It was a vibe.
Yeah. So, what were you like? So, I guess what I'm asking is, were you like not sending it, or were you like you were locked in? Like it's game time, we're to do well.
No. So
Love that.
Friday, I was working Friday, got a late flight. My flight gets delayed like 2 hours or just under 2 hours, so I can't claim compensation for it. Right?
Typical.
I get to my hotel at 2:30 in the morning on Saturday. So there's no drinks. I had a couple pints of Guinness at the airport, and that was it. Then the Saturday, right?
Yeah.
The Saturday, then at the social at the Gravity Max, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I'm at Gravity Max until the bar closes. Right. For all the Go players that were there, I was the last person that left. Said goodbye to everyone else as they were walking past me, kind of thing. Get back to my hotel then for like 1:30, and then get up nice and early. Set an alarm for 6 to get up and shower. Go to Tesco, get my pasta meal deal, eat it in front of the King's Dock, and then go in for day 2.
Thomas, why did we not pick this guy up like for our drinking group? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. Like we sort of had no intention of picking anyone up. People would just be like, where basically like not in these exact words. People are like, where are you pissheads going? We're going there. Like fucking yeah. We have a cult now.
Yeah, so literally, it was like, to summarise our weekend, went out Friday night, got in 4:30 Saturday morning, went out Saturday night, got in 6 a.m. Sunday morning, went out Sunday night, got in at like 4 a.m. Monday morning. Like, it was fucking rough.
Sleep was not a thing. Sleep was not a thing. A good meal wasn't a thing, apart from like breakfast at Timothy's. Tim's breakfast was banging. Other than that, we probably didn't eat as well as we could have done, but you never do at these sorts of things.
Genuinely, that fucking breakfast bagel he made, honestly, I probably would have sucked him off.
Wow.
It was probably like
somebody clip it, man. Holy, Tim's getting some.
The only food we ate the entire fucking week.
Tim's looking forward to Liverpool already. He might even compete. Jesus Christ.
I was right off run, but.
Tell you, if you don't know the guy, right? There's this. He's a British player called JB Cow. He got.
I know JB.
Right?
Yeah, I know JB.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Boy JB.
Right.
Yeah.
And this guy, right? The very first Liverpool, he's making day 2, right? He's in a karaoke bar until like 5 in the morning before the final. Yeah. Right? He turns up to the venue at like 8:30. He clearly has not slept. We had this meeting with some of the staff and like some of the, like the proper like TPCI bigwigs. You get a bit of feedback for Pokemon Go before they do EYC.
Yeah.
And JB is lying on the table, head in his arms, complete fucked out. Like he's not part of this.
Down bad. Shambolic behaviour. I respect it somewhat. Like the first regional, just send it, mate. Whatever happens, like you've made day 2, mate. Just send it even more. Yeah. No,
like right. me, Azure, a guy called Max and a guy called David, we were sitting in the spoons until they kicked us out, but that's nothing compared to what the JB was doing.
Jokes, man. Yeah, but no, like Liverpool for now was crazy, dude. Like genuinely, like when you say you got into your hotel at 2:30 in the morning, dude. If you'd have hit us up, we'd be like, like we're still out.
We're still out.
I was actually considering looking up to see if there was any bars that maybe were still open.
It's the city. We've realised it's the city that doesn't sleep. No one sleeps. We go there. I don't sleep anyway. We go there. Everyone's awake. It's like 5 a.m. It's bustling, like hustle and bustle. It's crazy. Kebab shops packed out, and then people are getting a kebab and then going back in the club. They're not getting a kebab home. They're going back in the club. It's crazy.
It was mad. So we were chatting with my mate Tim, right? And he's like, mate. So if we're at Liverpool, if people don't go out until midnight, like 1 a.m. That's when they start going out. And we're like, shut up! Like people don't do that. No, like everyone just doesn't come out until then.
Also, the birds approach the guys. Like roles are reversed. It's like.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
I don't know how I feel about it.
It was like so we were in this like rock club, and it closed at like 4:30. We're like, home time, and Tim's like, no, there's a pub up the road that's open till 6. Like, we'll just go there.
We'll just go there and get a battery.
Your nightcap.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. It's mad. But speaking of nights out, being as we are, I Boozy, we have to ask, what is your drink of choice on a night out?
Right. It depends where we are in the world, right? Because a lot of these European countries that we go to events for, they haven't discovered cider, or they have discovered it at some point, and they thought it was piss, and then they don't do it anymore.
Just say the beers at Lille were shit. That's what you're trying to say, because they were bad. I thought the French beers were shit.
It was shit.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go.
I had this. There was this one like dark fruit or something. Like it was literally purple beer, and I could stomach it, but it wasn't good. Right. Even if I'm home, I don't drink beer. Right. The beer that we have here it's piss water. Right. Anyway, I'll drink a Guinness and that's it.
Fair.
So if I'm out here, it's this orange cider if I can find it somewhere.
Nice.
The next drink after this actually is the preferred drink at the moment. It's a Kraken black cherry and vanilla.
Ooh,
which is
good choice.
Very
good
good
choice for you there.
Man of taste.
Depending on where we are in the world, it's local beer, right? In Germany, Dortmund last weekend there is Brinkhoff. Brinkhoff is a fantastic beer. Could drink that all day. Lille, take what you get.
No,
Poland, vodka, right? Don't even touch the beer.
Yeah.
Japan, anything. There's no bad beer. There's no bad.
You're just happy to be there. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. You're just happy for. It's not hot. You're just happy for any sort of a liquid. You'll take what's going.
Yeah.
But normally it's cider or rum at the moment.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
It's a good combo.
Okay. So you're saying at the moment, do you go through like trends of like what you're drinking?
Yeah. So cider's always the like you're just drinking something to drink something. Like you're not.
It's like a fallback. Yeah, it's like a comfort drink. Like that's what I do. If I get a Spoon's breakfast, I get I get a Copperberg mixed fruit with it, and it's like that's my not getting like pissed. Well, I did that after like an awards evening. It was I was so hungover, and the next morning, me and a guy I work with got Spoon's breakfast. I got a beer with it, but then I was too hungover. I couldn't go to work, so I got a girl to cover me. And then I told her about like the breakfast beer, and she was like, "You're a dickhead, you know that." And I'm like, "Mate, the game's the game. Like, enjoy my shift, innit? Enjoy my shift." But
the best cure for the hangover is just stay drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So to be fair, I need to get this picture like up on screen at some point.
No,
so, like,
you do not. You do not need to get any pictures up on screen.
No, it's so funny, right? It's so funny. So you say about hair of the dog. This image is fucking iconic, right? So
was it one of Tim?
No, it's Saturday morning in Liverpool. So I woke Thomas up. I'm like, mate, we need to go soon. Like, so we got ready, whatever. And so Tim, who, bearing in mind we stayed at his house, slept on his sofa, obviously heard us, and all I heard was like a can open.
Yeah, the cracking of a can.
Yeah, right.
He cracked open a cold one at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, this was like 9:30 in the morning, and all I hear is like the. And I just look over it, and he's just holding his can up like to cheers.
He's so pleased with himself that he's done this. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, mate, like, I need it.
He thought he was in, like, he was giving, like, pure, like, Benidorm, like, you're just away in Spain. It's like, you just crack open a holiday beer. I'm like, man was just in his front room. Like, that's wild, man.
It was so funny.
Remember, everyone, drink responsibly.
Like half this can off, and then just gets back into his fucking duvet and just goes back to sleep. I'm like, that is so funny.
Yeah, drink responsibly. If you're gonna do that, do what Tim does and do it in the comfort and like safety of your own home. Don't be doing that elsewhere. But like, in all seriousness, so like when you go like, wherever you are in the world, are you sort of on the lookout for like a cider? Are you happy to sort of, like you said, immerse yourself into the culture and have like a local, even if it does end up being shit, like you're willing to give it a try?
Yeah, like I want to try, whatever the Joe Blogs of that country drinks, right? Just whatever their normal is.
Yeah.
If they have cider, I'll usually, if it's a country I haven't been to before, I'll look it up ahead of time to see if they're known for doing cider or if cider just isn't a thing at all, just to know what to expect, really.
Yeah.
But like, it's always, I'll go and try the local beer, see if it's good, and then I'll drink whatever it is that the locals normally drink, whether it's beer, whether it's vodka, whether it's rum, whether it's just shots or something. Or whatever they're having, I'm having.
That sounds like a good diet. What if they're having all of them? That sounds like a litty evening.
No, to be fair, like I genuinely respect that. There are so many people, like especially like being from the UK, like if you go like somewhere like Spain, for example, right? Like you're going on holiday, like people that go out there and they still just drink like drinking Guinness in Spain in like 30 degrees. I could genuinely think of like nothing worse.
Nah.
Like these people, and these people.
It's
are like,
not even Guinness.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's like, no, it's the only thing I drink. And I'm like, it's 30 degrees. I could think of nothing worse to drink than a Guinness. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I'll tell you, there'd be a pretty nice, like, local Spanish wine made in a vineyard, not even 10 miles away from where they're staying. That's probably a hell of a lot. Like, now, I don't drink wine. I won't touch wine. It just doesn't.
Yeah, same.
Doesn't work with me at all.
I don't mind red
wine.
Like, it's nice.
No, mate,
but
wine
like,
just like,
is that a wine glass you're drinking out of?
That's a goblet.
It looked like a wine glass. It looked very thin for like a pint glass. I thought you were literally drinking out of a wine glass.
No, it's Brewdog.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, too fair.
But like Guinness isn't Guinness once you leave the island, right? It's not the same. It's not poured right. It doesn't have the proper gas to pump it up from the keg. It's not Guinness.
Do you do the thing? Do you do the thing? Do you start like, what's the thing like where you start looking at the pint? Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, you can honestly you can tell when it's poured, right?
So you do the thing. You do the thing.
No. I would do the swill and the
circles, and the light, the things,
You take the sip and then you push it round like it's mouthwash.
You should, but you know what it is. You know what it is, though. You know what it is. You're aware. You've just never done it.
Yeah.
What?
He's done it a couple times. I can tell.
Yeah. Like checking the domage on the fucking Guinness. I hate that.
Yeah.
No.
Let's check the yield.
The only thing I ever check is if it's in a Guinness glass, because then you get to play the Guinness game.
Oh yeah, it has to be on brand.
The G. Fuck off.
There you go.
Look, he does it, chat. There we go. We got him, chat.
I hate it.
He does hate it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to come out and say it. These drinkers are the worst kind of drinkers.
Oh no.
In the world, like,
come to where I live, right? I will show you what you have been missing out. You do not know Guinness unless you've had it done proper.
Okay, well, it's funny you say that. I'm going to be in Ireland on Tuesday, like literally on Tuesday.
Whereabouts?
I'm going to Dublin.
That's far.
Yeah, a bit far. But the thing is, like, personally, I just don't like the taste of Guinness. Period. I don't like. I'm just a lot.
Fair enough.
If someone bought me out, I'd drink it, but I wouldn't like go for it, sort of thing.
But obviously, being in Dublin, I'm going to drink Guinness, right? Like, obviously, because if there's anywhere in the world that is going to get me to like Guinness,
it's Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's Barcelona, chat.
No, but like genuinely, like Guinness drinkers are the worst kind of drinkers in the world, and I will say this wholeheartedly with chest as someone who owns a bar. Like you see them and they're like this and. Like this, they're like, no.
Josh's staff can't pull pints. That's what they think. That's what they're looking at. They're like,
hey, no, because it's just worth most tonight. It's not even the Irish that do it. It's all the fucking English that do it. Who are like.
Why do they do it? Yeah, they're acting like they've been to the brewery once in Dublin and they're there like, oh yes, we are now experts. Like, shut up, man. Like, we don't want to hear it.
I will say, I have a plaque on my wall from Guinness that say I serve a good standard of Guinness.
Good
right? Which they literally come out once a year and like will send someone randomly out to test like how you pour it and whatnot. But like for me, I just don't like it, and it's the drinkers, man. Like I can't like I said, it's never the Irish people who are doing all that shit. Like just drink your fucking pint and fucking enjoy it. You know. I
was wondering how long it took us to get on that little snag. Like, I'm surprised it took 47 minutes.
It genuinely winds me up. Like, just cheers it, like, with whoever you're fucking with, and enjoy it. Like, I'm sorry, right? But if there are three of us went out, right, in Ireland, and I don't know, and Thomas turns to me and you, James, he's like, there's not enough domage on this. I'm leaving. Like, I'm gone. I'm going to find new fucking friends.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Just to annoy you, I would join in the conversation and agree with him.
No, bro, I'm gone. I'm gone. You find me chilling with some crackheads on the fucking pavement. Like, that's right. They're not about domage or splitting the fucking G. It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Mate, they're asking if you got any credit on your phone, and next minute I know your phone's gone. Fucking.
And that's fine, because there was still be no domage or splitting the G's. Like, it's fine.
No, that's fair. But like Guinness aside, it's like I don't know, like you know, people like Guinness drinkers. What do they do in terms of like clubbing? Surely you don't go out clubbing and drink Guinness. Yeah.
No, you don't. Yeah. It sits really, really heavily.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't really pub crawl on Guinness because you'll get 2 steps outside the pub and then you're down.
I did.
Again, right?
I did once. It was like the first, but to be fair, I say I did loosely. It was the first hole, and for whatever reason, whoever came up with a pub crawl thought it was a good idea for the first hole to be Guinness, and it had to be a hole in one. So obviously you just had to chop it. So my first ever Guinness at the Tap and Clapper, a fine establishment in Loughborough that does the best Fosters ever for like the price of like £1.79. Fucking, it's not bad, but no, I had to chop a Guinness, and it was horrible. It was not nice at all.
Like Guinness is meant to be savoured, right?
Yeah.
Nobody drinks a Guinness quickly unless the taxi's sitting outside.
True. Would you consider yourself more of like a pubber or more of a clubber? Like, you know, are there little 2 steps with your drinks in hands? Or are you more of a sit down at a table, like fucking, you know, talking shit about football and birds? Like, what's your MO?
When I was younger, was definitely a clubber.
Yep.
As I've gotten older, it's not even the pubber stage. It's I'd rather sit at home than pay the amount of money to sit in the pub to have the same drink.
So you're just more of a. I'm trying to think of like.
A shine.
No. I'm just trying to. He's just like a. He likes to drink, but like clubs are a bit like not your scene anymore.
Mate, like genuinely, I understand that. I think Liverpool is the first time I've been clubbing in genuinely about.
Didn't feel like clubbing though. Like clubbing, I guess when you're 18 or maybe when you're a student and go to uni, feels so different to when you're clubbing like maybe in your late 20s, like to early 30s.
Wait, do you know what it is for me? So like, especially when we were at Teddy's, it's when you look around and you realise that like
you're fucking old, innit? Yo, you were old. Yeah, you were old as fuck, man. Like
if you're single and you're going out clubbing at this kind of an age, right? If the first thing that comes into your head is I should really check her ID before I get on.
You've got
to check the age. Rule number 1. Check the age.
You're definitely close, right? Chris Hansen is right around the corner with the camera crew just waiting to pounce on you.
Oh, that's jokes, man. But yeah, I agree. I'm very much like a pub guy. I also enjoy like day drinking more than evening drinking. There's a lot less drinks.
I like cocktails. I like cocktails more than pints. I think anyway.
Do you know what? I think it depends on the company.
True, because like it went from when we were at the Gravity Max place at Liverpool, it went from like Madry to Mai Tais really quickly, and like the Mai Tais were lovely. Like Mai Tai was probably the only nice thing I had in Lille the second time I went there, because the time before when I went there, I ended up going to the wrong pub. The pub was literally round the corner. I'd already ordered a beer at this point, so I'm like, right. Well, I'm one beer deep now going to this social. That's probably more than these fuckers have drunk, and they've been there for half an hour. So I'm like, right, we've already got a head start. And it was like a Sylph auto-rec tournament as well. And I ended up doing quite well. It was like, I was just mindlessly tapping. But yeah, then the second time round, it was Mai Tais. We were actually in that. Do you remember that club? It wasn't a club, it was like a place. We went there after, what day was it? It was a Saturday. But I just remember What?
Do you remember we played beer pong?
No, I'm on about Lille. We ended up at we were at the place where the social was, then a few of us ended up going to somewhere else. They were like, yeah, we're literally closing in 20 minutes. And it's like, that's fine. We all just rolled in, bought a load of drinks, went, and then, like, I think me and James are at the end of the, like, photo that Adelian's taken where he gets us to all say, like, Leaf Tornado. I was like... I don't know if you hear it in the thing. I'm literally just like, we're all fucking virgins. And it was just like, we are all fucking virgins and I hate it here. It's not the one.
It's rough, man. But yeah, man. Like, do you know what it is, man? Like pints are just fucking quality, aren't they? Like pints are just good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a time and place in every day for a pint. I know I'm not an alcoholic before anyone like tries to
chat. Just a reminder, like we don't advocate overconsumption or abuse of alcohol, and we don't.
No, I'm not saying that. It's like oh, I've had a really shit day at work. A pint will help that, right? Like
a pint will fix it.
Yeah, right.
Gym
if you
will
have
fix
a fucking quality day at work, I'm having a pint to celebrate. like, do you know what I mean?
Win or lose on the booze is what you're saying. Yeah.
But then, like it's like oh, it's roasting hot outside. Pint.
The pint.
Yeah, right. If it's freezing cold, I need to go in a pub and get warm. I'm having a fucking
alcohol blanket, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place everywhere for pints. Pints are just fucking.
When is there not a time and a place? Can you try and think of one? Like what? Okay, I'm trying to think of like really, but even the ones I'm thinking of that come to mind, I'm thinking of stuff like okay, like funeral. It's like okay, you have a pint afterwards anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, but I'm thinking of like appropriate places, not to get like places just not to get shit faced.
You don't go out for a pint right after you come out of the AA meeting.
No, true.
To be fair, I have loads of customers that have done that. So, yeah. No, mate, genuinely, I wish I was joking. Like, so I've worked in the bar that I now own for 12 years. I've seen so many people rock up with the hospital wristbands and like, I've been in like A&E on like I need a pint. like,
yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen it, and I'm like, I get it, because guess what? I'm alive. Pint.
do you not feel like low key bad? Like, I know it's their choice. But it's always that argument in it. It's like you see someone, it's like I know I probably shouldn't serve you this pint, but it's like I get it. If I were you, I'd also want this pint. Yeah. So it's like
no, because like. Much as like everything in life, it has to be like within moderation. But then I think it depends if you can function after drink as well.
Yeah.
Right, because you've got people who, if they have one beer, like the entire day is written off. Right, it's fucking donezo. You've got people who will drink like 2-3 beers and still like go home, cook dinner, go do the fucking shopping, do
the school run. We
you good, bro?
He's all right. He's locked in. He's listening.
Yeah. No. But like you know, I feel like being a functioning drinker is like way different to not being able to function.
I see it at mine too. Fair, like dad comes in, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just having one before the school run. Like 3-4 beers later, I'm like, hey, you got kids to pick up. He's like, no, the missus is doing it now. It's like, oh no, they're after school club or some shit, so I ain't got to get them till 4 o'clock. And he's there and he's sunk 3 more beers in that time. It's like, yeah, you're just drink driving. I've just enabled drink driving.
I think one of the best times I've had of that is, again, Tim, weirdly. So when Tim used to live in the same town as me, he was on this weird like health kick, right? He was like, right, I'm going to wake up early before work. So he used to get the boat from the town we lived into central London. That was like part of his job. And I remember getting this message one morning. He's like, right, I'm off to the gym. 10 minutes later, he's like, what time do you open? And I'm like, oh, I open at like 7. And he's like, okay, be there soon. Decided to sack the gym off. Like, he's had a pint before work instead, and then like gone and done work for the day. And I'm like, yeah, like fair fucking play. Fair fucking play.
Are you allowed to serve at 7 a.m.?
Yeah, man. I've got a very like old school market license. Is what it's called.
Okay.
So I can serve really early, but I can't stay open late.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
but then, yeah, which to be fair, I don't think it's really a thing in Ireland, right?
No, I don't think you can serve here before noon. I think even if you're going to, let's say, like a Tesco or whatever to buy some alcohol, you can't buy it before 11.
Oh, fair.
Right.
And you can't stay open late here unless you have a very special type of license. So usually last call around where I am is 12:30. Even in Belfast, last call is 12:30 unless it's somewhere that has a special license that lets them stay open to like.
Or I guess some
4
places,
a.m. at the latest.
special occasions, like if they have that including their license as well. Obviously, they'll still on a special occasions have to like not submit a request, but they'll have to like do it in advance. Just obviously like because locals still get pissed about it. It's just like I don't know what it's like in Ireland, but like I know like a lot of people around here. It's just like, oh, why is it so fucking loud? And it's like I don't know. It's like it's Christmas like Eve or something, or like just something like that where we can justify staying open and serving later. It's like New Year's Eve. You'll have some people like moaning. It's just like seriously. It's just like whoever you are, like just fuck off. Stay in 2023. We're trying to go into 2024 on a high. If you lot want to be Debbie Downers, you can fuck off. But yeah, I guess everywhere's different when it comes to that sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like where we are, like even like New Year's Eve, pubs will only serve until 12:30. Like even St. Paddy's Day, they only serve until 12:30 or maybe 1 in the morning. But like that's it. Nice. I think the only times I've ever been somewhere that still serves after 12:30 is a couple of gay bars that stay open late. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry,
I have to get the Guinness bucket hat in. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, sorry. So I'm genuinely interested in this, like having our first like Irish guest on here. Talk to us about like St. Paddy's Day and like what it actually means, because right. So for me personally, genuinely, it's probably my least favorite day of the working year.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Right, it's like from my personal experience being in London, it's chaos. There's fights left, right, and centre. There are people who are way too drunk, way too early in the day, like at all, right? But but then I feel like for me, being English, like St. George's Day, we just don't celebrate it. Like we don't celebrate it. So like, right? So talk like
not on the same level at least. Like nowhere near.
Yeah, nowhere fucking near. Nowhere near. So like, can you tell us about any like stories or like why it's just like so important to like the culture?
So where I'm from in Northern Ireland, you may have learned a little bit in your GCSE history about some of the stuff in Northern Ireland over the last few decades.
My geography's
so there's a bit of divide between individuals on certain side of certain fences.
Yeah.
And St. Patrick's Day is like really one of the few days that people of generally Catholic descent really have to celebrate heritage and celebrate culture. But really, it's an excuse just to have a day off and
get on it.
Have a few pints, have a few dozen pints if you want, right? Because where we are, there's one major holiday for individuals of from another descent from the other side of the fence, right? And kind of their culture is celebrated a little, or it seems as though their culture is celebrated a little bit more than this other culture. So St. Paddy's Day is like the one day where everyone really gets to get together.
Yeah.
But it's not just that individuals from this side of the fence are celebrating St. Paddy's Day. It's everyone does it because it's a national holiday. You either get St. Paddy's Day off or you get the Monday after St. Paddy's Day off if it's on Friday or if it's over a weekend, right? For a lot of people, it's just a day where you just get absolutely fucking gazeboed for no reason. And kind of the meaning of St. Paddy's Day is, I think it's been lost to time. Really, it's the day where you have an alarm set for 8 o'clock in the morning and you pour fucking whiskey into your Rice Krispies. Like it's
Rice Whiskies.
Rice Whiskies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when I was in uni in Belfast, a mate of mine did wake up in the morning and put his Rice Krispies in his bowl and then pours a pint of Guinness into it. Guinness and Rice Krispies is breakfast. He goes off to his one lecture that he has in the morning. He's back at ours for 10:30, and He's got his bottle of vodka. He's got his bottle of 7-Up, and that's him sorted for the rest of the day.
Fucking hell. Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy, man. So, like for me, I still don't fully understand it personally. Like, I don't. The only thing that I really know about Paddy's Day modern times is that the fucking Yanks are crazy about it. Like, American.
Yeah. Like, so right, where we are, right? St. Paddy's Day parade is like, right. It's a minimal aspect of the day, right? Not everyone wears green. Not everyone's got these like fake ginger beards and
looking like fucking leprechauns, right? And
like people wear green socks, right? And that's it. That's their one green thing, right? They generally don't have people that are going like all out for it, right? Because pretty much all of us are of Irish descent, right? Yeah. So you're not really flaunting it in front of everyone else because everyone else is kind of the same.
Yeah.
But I don't mean like in America, like the New York parade that they have for fucking St. Paddy's. Like I get there's a lot of Irish people or individuals of Irish descent in New York. Fuck me.
What are we talking? I know New York do things like different, like, you know, it's on a big. What scale are we talking? Like,
mate, it's ridiculous.
It's huge. It's massive. Like there's
I might need to look this up to fully deep it.
No.
You should.
Mate, it's crazy. So I used to date a girl from Chicago, right? So. And in Chicago, they have the river that runs through the city. They dye the entire river green.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
Right. So they have like industrial sized boats. Right. They shut off every bridge for the day. Like lift the bridges up.
Holy fuck!
Right. And they literally just let like industrial boats drive through and just dump like dye like into it. It's fucking crazy.
I see the river now. Yeah, look at that. That looks like fucking.
So it would have been fucking hell, man. So
it looks like Hulk's jizz, man. Look at it, man. Why is it so green?
Would it be? No, what would it be?
Fuck.
So it was one of the times
I used to think it looked like the stuff that came out of the nuclear plant in Springfield or something. Like I thought the first time I saw it, I thought like, oh my god, that's
like on the fucking Simpsons. The Simpsons.
Those poor people that are living downstream from that. No,
mate, the Simpsons movie where the fucking toxic waste went in the water and killed all the fucking fish.
Mate, honestly, like genuinely, it's fucking mental. So I remember one of the times I was coming back to London from visiting. There was loads of Americans like on the plane, which was like as in like a really weird amount. And I remember just chatting to them and like, oh, you know, like we come to London for. They're like, oh no, we're only flying to London to transfer to Ireland. Like, and I'm like, why did you not just fly to Ireland? So I never put two and two together about what day it was. And he was like, oh, well, you know, it's Paddy's Day, but like every flight from America to Ireland is like full. So you have no choice but to fly from America to England to Ireland. So like it's crazy, but like. But yeah, like when I think of Paddy's Day compared to St. George's Day, for example, like no one celebrates St. George's Day.
No,
like no one, like literally fucking no one, which is crazy to me. Right.
You see more England flags out when it's like the World Cup or the Euros than you would do for like a quote unquote national holiday.
Yeah, like, it's so.
Mate, more England flags where I live any day of the year than you see in England on St. George's Day.
Yeah, you have to be careful. We have to be careful though, because like when you see it at like Pokemon events, like the Frenchies, like the Dutchies bringing their flags out, Brazilians. But listen, if me and the boys are bringing the England flags out, like it's looking a bit mad. We're looking like supremacists. Like we're looking like we're ready to start recruiting. Like
if I brought the tricolour to Worlds in London, I wouldn't have got in the venue.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, but then okay. So to be fair, the guy who I wanted to be here has posted it in chat. So again, my good mate Tim, he's been to America for Paddy's Day. So he put, I've been to Boston, America for Paddy's Day, and it was absolutely madness seeing the amount of Americans going crazy for it. They basically shut off every road in the city for parades to go through.
Yeah,
it's mad. So I remember as well. Like this is a pretty grim story. He told me there were bars that were basically selling beer with like green dye in it, basically. Ooh. Like to make it like an Irish pint, basically, right? Like fucking weird. But yeah,
that's just inviting lawsuits for whenever someone gets takes an allergic reaction to it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But so like, have you ever seen anything like really crazy on Paddy's Day? Like fucking like
So right, like in that sense, like no, right? The Lagan in Belfast doesn't get dyed green. The Liffey in Dublin doesn't get dyed green. Yeah. The rivers near Ryman, they're not dyed green, right?
Does anything get dyed green, like eyebrows or beard?
Yeah, some people will like. It's not like they'll get it dyed proper. It's more like a spray paint kind of thing that washes off quite easily. Yeah. It's like they'll do like green, white, and orange for their hair or in their beard or something like that, right?
Right.
The greatest thing that you see really is like just people getting into scraps just because they've had too much to drink. This is 2 in the morning, 5 in the not 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon. Any stage of the night. It's just people who've just had way too much. And like someone's maybe got like a certain tattoo that maybe shows
something that maybe shouldn't, or gives you the impression of who they are. Yeah.
And like you just kind of take offense that like they're celebrating St. Paddy's Day with you, and you just take it thick. Yeah. Or like it's people that have had 12 to 14 pints in the space of 7 to 8 hours, right? Like they're just going to take offense to anything. If they have a short fuse, it's even shorter whenever they've had that much drink.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you see it all the time. Like if you're out on St. Paddy's Day, you're taking a risk being out on St. Paddy's Day, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you see plenty of people that have had their fucking teeth kicked in, head smashed against the wall, kind of stuff. Just
so
in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, so for anyone in chat who haven't picked up yet, because I picked up on it instantly. So the reason why James is referring to these people in such a way is because of the history of where you're from, right? So I guess I can speak about it because it's fine because I'm not from there. So he's definitely talking about 2 different sides of religion that basically do not get on. They never get on. They probably never will get on. And yeah, it is very much real. And yeah, I've heard so many stories of these 2 sides of religion that just like it's genuinely crazy. As in like it's something that runs deeper than blood. I would say it's kind of like I don't know. You kind of brought up with it to be like, right, these are not people that are like friends, blah blah blah. It's fucking like
it's just ingrained like generation to generation. It's like
it's bred into you.
Yeah.
But like as time goes on, as generation, I don't know, whatever term you want to use for it, like as more people are coming into the world, coming into this country, like fewer and fewer people are taking it seriously, right? The sins of the father aren't necessarily the sins of the son anymore, right? So fewer and fewer people give a shit, right?
Yeah, stuff that happened, right? Like it's a good thing.
Like it's fair to understand the history of the country, how the country came to be, infighting within the country and all the rest. But like, these things that happened several decades, if not 100 more years ago, like that shouldn't still be influencing the decision of every living person.
True.
On one side of the fence or the other today, right?
True.
Like you have to make up your own mind and have your own priorities in life. But
I find that really interesting. So because I picked up on it instantly, like the way you speak about it. So I'm assuming from the way you speak about it, you don't sit on either side.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, right. Which was very, but right, okay, but then this is what's really interesting. So you don't care, but you still know not to.
That doesn't mean that means that just because you don't care, you don't speak out of turn, so to speak, or speak too loosely about it. Yeah, you have to be quite tight-lipped when it comes to stuff when speaking about these sorts of issues.
I would, like most people in this country, I was raised on one side of the fence and not the other, right? So certain beliefs were part of my upbringing and part of my education. Not that my family instilled these beliefs upon me, it's just that the community around me had these beliefs.
Yeah.
But I don't care for it because I don't see the point in it. It's not going to help the country. It's not going to help the people progress. It's not going to help them develop. If you're stuck having the same fights for 100 years and you have the same problems for 100 years, what progress are you making, right?
True.
So it's why whenever I try to explain these things, I don't want to state which way I am because I'm neither. But from where I'm from, if you were brought up in a certain way, then you're perceived to always still be that same way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to talk about it, but I don't want to share any of my history about it.
But like I said, for me, it was just really interesting because, like I said, I literally caught onto it instantly because you can always kind of tell, especially with Northern Irish people, where they stand based on how they talk about it on a broader scale. So generally speaking, if they tend to name the groups, then you know that they are probably involved.
Yeah.
Right?
Them's and nothings are the terms that you would like. It's interchangeable regardless of what side of the fence you're on, but them's are assholes and nothings are real good.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, like I said, for me, that is interesting. But so you're saying on Paddy's Day, it kind of starts out with good intentions. Like both sides can kind of just like they come together for celebrations, but then obviously alcohol kicks in, and which is crazy when you think about it because I genuinely relate my mood and thoughts while I'm drinking to the company around me.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, the idea of where everyone is having a really good time, we're all laughing and joking, and when you get to a certain degree of drunk, for your mind to instantly fixate on what the fuck what the fuck are these people doing around here, right? That to me is fucking crazy. To even think about
for some people it doesn't take a lot though, but say when it's if they've got a short fuse, then alcohol's only going to sort of accelerate that.
Yeah, some people that start of an evening and they've had maybe a couple of drinks, right, and they accidentally they're walking past someone who went into the bathroom or whatever and they bump shoulders.
Genuinely didn't mean it, and then it kicks off.
Not even a pint spilled or anything, right? But 3-4 more pints, and that same thing happens. Not that it happens again, the person sitting on shoulders or someone, and that will just make a person snap.
Yeah. So. Sorry, because this sort of stuff really interests me. So, by all means, if you don't want to talk about it, just say it. Have you ever had a run-in, on a night out, where something similar has happened to you, and someone has basically brought it down to which side are you on?
Yeah, several times. It was several. You just couldn't have. It happened. It's not that it was a rare occurrence because it was just kind of normal that people would do things like that.
So,
just if you grew up where I grew up, just where I grew up was the area of the town that I lived in was very much one side, right? And a lot of the pubs in the town were that one side, right?
Yeah.
And you had people from the other side that would go to these pubs because they were the best pubs in the town. And it was generally a fairly sort of neutral ground, right? But still, you'd have people that would confront you for being one side or the other, even though it's just meant to be a pub and you're just meant to be having a good time together, right?
Yeah. So
even if you were if you walk to the other side of town, literally, it is just the other side of the town. There's nothing special about it. You were in the other town at that point, right? And it's not even about like if you have a football kit on you, right? So like Rangers and Celtic, Scottish league teams are like big representatives of these two sides, right? It's not even if you have the skip on of one or the other. It's like it's the way you carry yourself. It's the kind of haircut that you have. Your name can be a massive giveaway, right? Because some first names are not shared between the sides, right?
Yeah. So to be fair, you've literally answered the question I was going to ask. Is like how could you possibly tell like who is who, right?
Yeah. So like there's easy things like school uniform, right? Dead giveaway because a lot of our schools are still segregated. That like you have Protestant schools and you have Catholic schools, and there's not a whole lot. It's changing a bit now, but there's not a whole lot of like mixed schools, right?
Yeah.
When I was younger, Protestants and Catholics would have slightly different haircuts. You would just generally you'd be seen in different parts of the town, right? Like there was in the town I lived in, there was an invisible line pretty much halfway through the town, but everyone knew where the invisible line was, and you just didn't go over that other side in case you ran into some people with bad intentions. Even there's a park in our town that again had an invisible line that you didn't cross. Dead giveaways are if you have a Rangers or a Celtic skip, if you have like a Rangers or Celtic like tattoo on you or something like that. Again, really obvious. Big one is your name, whether it's your first name or your surname. Like certain family names are very much of one side or the other. Your first name, like if you've an Irish-based name, then you're perceived as Catholic. If your name is Edward or George or Lee, then you're probably Protestant.
Right.
Like that. So if you had to go to the other side of the town, then you had a name for the other side of the town. You know, like you never gave anyone your real name.
I mean, it's kind of like a modern day like Romeo and Juliet, as in like like the two families that were like, oh, we can never get on. Like it is literally like that, isn't it? Yeah, that's
families would disown their children if they were getting married to someone from the other side of the fence, right?
I say that's one way of putting it, like in terms of like a Shakespearean story, but like it just feels like more like just segregation when there was like apartheid, you had to go in like different toilets, but like at least then the only redeeming factor is at least both the toilets were in the same place. In some regards, whereas other places it's like, right, yeah, you're just not welcome here whatsoever. Like it just giving those vibes when you're like dividing people up based on either like a belief or just like a thought process or system that they were, made to believe growing up. Like it's not their fault. It's sort of you become a product of your environment and you can't always break out of that.
You can't always be people for the beliefs that they have because if it's all they've ever known, if it's all everyone around them has ever
taught them,
informed them about this one particular matter, there's no other way to educate themselves. It just is what it is.
Yeah, that's good. Man, see, like it's it's scary, but it's so interesting to me. Like at the same time, Like I do find that so interesting, like especially being in like the era that we are. That like the fact that it still exists so prominently is like
Now the violence is clearly it's not what it was when I was a kid. It's not what it was a couple of decades before I was born. Like that, it's nowhere near that. But like the separation definitely still exists. It's just that it's not to the same extent. The only thing is like our politics are wholly intertwined with our religion, so there's still this massive separation within politics itself that it's still really
there's still agendas across both. It's like there's still some like elements of like political agendas within like the two like sort of branches of religion, and then vice versa as well. Like it's one of those things. Like I feel like generally like in society we've progressed in so many different ways and avenues, and like Josh said, I'd like to think that as a whole, like this society nowadays is quite progressive, but then obviously you still hear the same sort of stuff going on that's been going on for years and years and years, and it's like some things just won't change, unfortunately. It's like
Yeah, for sure.
At least not overnight.
Yeah, couple generations, and maybe we're going to be lucky here, where people just will stop giving us plans.
Yeah, no,
it's
true. Like it's very interesting. I'll echo what Josh said. It is very interesting. It is like the thought of it is scary, and I'd say like I'm like fortunate, such like privileged to not have to be. I say someone that could end up in that sort of predicament. I guess for me, it's one less thing I have to worry about.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, it's still crazy when you hear people's like personal sort of like experiences with it. They're like, oh yeah, I've had people literally come up to me and be like, like people meme it. We're in London where it's like, oh yeah, what end you from? Like you're literally getting that on like a whole new level. You're getting like, which side are you on? Like it's either black or white. It's either like A or B. It's like there's no in between there, and it's like, well, like, what do you say?
Yeah.
What do you say in that situation? It's like to just appease whoever's asking.
And then even being direct, it's like, are you Catholic or you Protestant? Like, it can be as simple as like, where do you live? Because they're just going to infer from where you live that most of the people who live there are going to be
so and so.
One way or the other. That's all they need. Like, it's not like they're going to ask you what school you are, because you can just lie about that, right? Or give us your name, you can just have a fake name, but like...
Most people don't have like a made-up address, like, pre-planned to give to people. They're not going to say like, I don't know, like fucking, I live at Little Winge in Surrey, covered under the stairs, Harry Potter.
Yeah, but you also want to give them an address that they might know, and then they know you're lying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not a whole lot of...
that's the worst one.
Neutral areas,
that's the worst one. That is the way. If you say to somebody, "Oh yeah, I'm from here," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I went to school there," and then they start questioning you on it, and it's like, "Oh, you are fucked. Yeah, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You're better off saying, at least, with the benefits of saying where you live. It's like, you know that area like pretty well. You should do at least because you live there. Yeah. Whereas if someone starts questioning you on these unknown ends, you're just there like,
oh shit.
Yeah, you look like you make it worse for yourself in a roundabout way, but.
Yeah, so I guess like to move on kind of in a way, we do have a segment on there that we do like to ask of like what is the most embarrassing drunken story that you have, like either you've been a part of or you've actively seen.
Why do we have to include actively seen now? Because Brown Baller didn't have, like, we asked Brown Baller this question, and he literally, everything he described, we deeped it, and chat deeped it as well, and we had feedback afterwards. I'm just going to say how it is. And it was like, he kind of just dodged the question because he didn't actually say, like, what happened to, like, don't get me wrong, if we ever, like, let's just say if anyone watching it may want to appear on the podcast and any guests we've had and may have in the future, like, if we ever ask a question that people just like, I don't really feel comfortable answering that, it's just like, just dodge it. But like, all we asked him really was like, have you ever been in like a drunken like scrap? And he just described like something that happened to his mate, and it's like, well, yeah, your mate's not here. Like, so what about you now? Like, so like, yeah, that's probably why I included that, just to save face for Brown Baller. Poor bloke.
I can answer both aspects of it, but after I get another drink.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. But yeah, no, that's so fascinating because I was thinking the same sort of stuff as you. I was like, Paddy's Day. It's like, yeah, I know it's a holiday, and it's an excuse for them. Not they need much to get pissed, Not that any of us need much. Just like, even if you're not Irish, it's like people get on it like, ooh, Paddy's Day, like.
Mate, like I said, so it was something for me, like, when he was from Northern Ireland, that's kind of why I kind of fished a little bit, because I caught onto it instantly, right?
Yeah.
Because if you work in the pub the same way that we do, and you have, like...
Joe, I didn't air the shot. It's still there, but we were having good chat. We didn't want to interrupt it with your silly shot.
But, like, So I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask, because you can genuinely tell people's standpoint on that.
Based on how they, like, approach the question and how they talk about it and what they refer to certain, like,
which
people
to
as.
me is, like, really fucking interesting because, like, I don't know, I feel like in England, the only way I could even, like, closely related would be like the old school like football rivalries, which to be like do not exist anymore.
No.
So the fact that is still going on.
I mean, sometimes you just don't want with football rivalries and local like derbies and stuff like that. Sometimes you just don't want the grief. It's not even like you think you're gonna get your fucking, head caved in or anything like that. Like I've been on a train back from London going to Loughborough, and then I think like, for whatever reason these Tottenham fans are coming back, and I don't know why, but they asked me like, "Oh, who do you support?" And it was probably about like 15 of them. Oh, who do you support? I just said Crystal Palace, and I'm like, no one really hates Crystal Palace. I don't want to say any other London team because they could be hated, like West Ham, Chelsea, Arsenal. I'm like, I'll say Crystal Palace is safe. And it's just like they were just like fair. They didn't even ask like anything else about it. They just they were looking to hear a wrong answer. They were expecting me to say like something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Little fuckers, but it's definitely not as bad as it used to be back in the day.
Yeah, man, it's weird. But okay, so while Jim is getting a drink, guys, something that I'm really excited to announce because we've been working on this. We are finally on Apple Podcasts. It's taken a while, but we are finally here.
Let's do a shot to celebrate. We wait for James. Oh no, we have to wait for James.
So guys, so literally, if you're on iPhone, iOS, go on to podcast, type in iBoostU. All 21 episodes are literally already up, ready to go for you to listen. Please, genuinely, guys, please go over there, drop us a follow, give us a review. It means the world.
Chat, he's not capping. I don't know if you can how well you can see that. It's kind of light, but you can see if I scroll down, there's that's episodes, that's content.
Yeah, it is.
What's this?
And again, while James isn't here, I'm sure Thomas will also reiterate this. The love and support that we continue to get on these is so fucking great. It's mind blowing, to be honest, and genuinely can't wait to make more. And we've got such a big year coming in, in terms of the podcast and the brand that we're building, and it just being a positive space to come and listen to people just talk shit over drinks, basically.
Well, listen to us talk shit, first and foremost, and then other people obviously join us and accept it. What are we drinking? That looks very different to what we were just drinking.
Is that Kraken and Coke? Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, that is Kraken black cherry and vanilla mixed with some Pepsi Max.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Pepsi Max over Coke, or?
And now we're asking deeper questions, chat. Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah. I prefer Pepsi over Coke. Don't know why. Just do.
No, to be fair, if you ask any man of culture, right, Pepsi Max is better than Coke Zero.
I love Pepsi Max Cherry, but I don't really drink Pepsi and Coke to be a connoisseur.
But full fat Coke is better than original Pepsi.
Nah, man, you go to McDonald's, you get a Big Mac, you get a nugget share box, you get a wrap of the day, a large fries, and because I'm on a diet, I get a Diet Coke. That's what you do.
That's not even Coke though. That's just
that's piss.
Just their water.
That's syrup. Yeah, it's what we do at the pub. It's bag in box. It's syrup.
But if you're talking the full fat versions, Coke is better than Pepsi. If you're talking,
I'll take your word on it. Anywhere I go, it's always Pepsi Max or it's always Coke Zero, and that's it.
Because Pepsi Max is superior to Coke Zero in every way.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so jarring, man. Coke advertised, it's the same taste, but without the, and it's so it's not the same.
Same taste without the added sugar, and it's
so no, it's not the fucking same. You're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, that's you have fucking some chicken. It's the same taste without the seasoning. It's brother, that's bland chicken. It's that's no way that's gonna taste the same. But not to prolong it any longer, because I feel like Joe's probably gonna be oh, you bastards aired me again. Joe redeemed a shot a very long time ago, and like we said at the start of the episode, it is optional for guests to take part in the shot taking. I will do them because it's my channel. Hold on, wait, he's turning his head.
I'm gonna swig some vodka from the bottle like a scumbag.
Right, I'm just doing amaretto because I need to get through this bottle because I can't actually stand the sight of it. I actually love amaretto, but it's just the bottle. I've been nursing it a bit too long.
Here, get rid of the amaretto because we're playing one of their teams this week in Battle Frontier.
Oh yeah, amaretto. Send them. It gets sent.
I have 3 for the 3-0 that I'm gonna get on Sunday against my opponent.
We cheers for that. Hey, Josh is drinking KSI and Vicstar 123's jizz in a bottle.
Oh, fucking rank. Just rank. I don't even like vodka. I literally don't. I think vodka is fucking horrific.
Horror. Wow. Hold on, we've got some more Coke chat in chat. It depends because Coke was created to be drunk warm, and Pepsi was created to be drunk cold. So they taste extremely similar. Was drunk in their design temp. True, because wasn't like Coke? Was it Coke that was originally designed to like, I don't know, be like some sort of not quite maybe a medicine, but like some sort of. I don't know where I'm going with this. I know where I'm going with this, but Coke wasn't necessarily designed to be like a soft drink. It was designed like to be something else at first.
Yeah, like it was designed for medicinal purposes because it had cocaine in it.
Yeah. Mad.
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, James, Ross sends kisses to you. By the way, so
be like the Ross.
You Ross, you got a chippy choodles in the UIC.
Yeah. So sorry. So he literally just DM'd me now saying, man. He literally just DM'd me now saying, man, I fucking love Lurgan. Tell him I send kisses.
Guys, put kisses in chat for Lurgan. Otherwise, you get the ban hammer out. But no, in all seriousness, we're gonna move on. We've actually got.
No, we can't move on.
We can.
Given us his best drunken story, yeah?
He did he not? Oh, no, he fucked off. Yeah, you little...
I was doing on you guys.
Here we go. You're gaslighting us. See what it is. I got it. Right, best...
I'm trying to be polite.
Oh, fair enough. No, I respect that. Like best drunken moment. It could be like just to count. It could be outside or inside of like a Pokemon social. I know a lot of people like their go-to is when we ask them this a Pokemon social, but that usually sums up like their sort of social experience that the only like socializing they've had is at a Pokemon social, which is pretty like I don't know. It's kind of sweet in a way, but it's also pretty sad. Like I feel bad for them. But what's your sort of like go-to story when people sort of raise this question with you?
So up to embarrassing ones, right? So one is Pokemon Social, one's not.
Okay, we love both.
So the one Pokemon Social, right? One of the Pokemon Social was Lille 2023, right? So not Lille past, 2 Lille's ago.
Wait, the first ever Lille?
No, the second one.
I said 2 Lille's ago.
Right.
I was there. Okay, I was at second Lille, so I'm just trying to like picture me. Where am I in this story?
Yeah.
I'm probably not in the story, but we'll go with it anyway.
So firstly was like May 2022, and the second Lille was October.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the October one, right?
Yeah.
So we get to the Friday social. You know, they're pretty early. I'm not taking part in the Autorack tournament because I don't really care for it. I just want to sit and chat to people and have a few drinks.
One of us.
But
that's what I did, but I still tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. But I don't like French beer. And I know I don't like French beer. I've tried it before.
Horror.
So my first drink of the night is a massive jug of Sex on the Beach.
Nice.
Right? One of those ones you share with like 5, 6, 8 people kind of thing.
Nah, cool.
So I have that, and I have dinner, but you know they're French, so the red meat is like really, really, really fucking undercooked. It's just the way they have it. And then stomach feels a wee bit funny because I've drank fucking 3 liters of Sex on the Beach, and I've had this pretty raw steak. But it's fine. I'll make it. It's grand. And so then my second drink is another jug of Sex on the Beach.
Did they not have any other cocktails, or did you just think after that first jug you're like, you know what, I could really send another one?
Well, it was like, if I'm going to get another drink, right, because value for money wise, these jugs are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sex on the Beach from the ingredients, it looked like the best one. So that why not? We got another one.
We love a
First one was good.
Good pair of jugs. Yeah.
So I'm walking around chatting away to people, but I've got this jug with me. I'm like, how you doing? Nice to meet you, LurganRocket. Do you want some?
You want some? You want some? I'll give it. Yeah, you fucking got no friends.
It's like 10:30. I'm outside with. I'm chatting to. He's one of the casters at the event, Spleen June, right? And shooting the shit, talking away. I'm like, my stomach's just really not feeling all that good right now because I've had 2 jugs of this Sex on the Beach stuff I had the other 2 sick.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the conversation, I have to ask him, like, did you know? Because he's a French-sounding accent, but I know he's Belgian, right?
Belgian, yeah.
Well, he's been here before. Maybe he knows it. There's a discreet place I can go to throw up because I really don't feel okay right now.
Yeah.
And like he's kind of taken aback that like it's interjecting in the middle of our conversation now, but I'm being very straightforward with this. Like, do you know a decent dark alley that I may go to?
God.
And so he points out like there's an underground car park under the venue where we are for the social, but there's some stairs not too far away. If you go to the stairs, the stairs should be quiet. And so I go down to thank you very much, mate. See you in a couple of minutes. And so I only make it down the first flight of the stairs. You can still see my head popping up in the distance over the flight of the stairs.
Just sent it. Yeah, it all came out.
Pink and orange, and there's this 8th color of the rainbow that I've never seen before. The best part is I wasn't even the first person to throw up in that corner that evening because someone else.
He put someone else on. He's like, listen, I told someone else about this spot. I think it's good.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to come back with your chunder on their shoes.
Yeah.
Like so I'm throwing up everywhere, right? Because I've had definitely way too much to drink. The food really hasn't sat with me. And then I see that someone else was also throwing up in the same spot, and I can see the crap that they had there, like a doner kebab or something, because there was chunks of meat in it. Then that makes me throw up even more.
It is fucking lamb doner chips and fucking
the special mint sauce that really didn't go right.
Boss man's secret sauce.
It's like three solid minutes of this, and then like right afterwards, I feel
fucking great. Yes, you've got a second wind.
Tactical chunder, like. And so, like, I have this coat with me. It's not even that coat, but I have this coat, so it's just, and then I go back to sleep, and I know taking time, but I go back to sleep and say, "Oh, thank you very much. I really needed that. Do you want a beer?" And we just go back in and we just start doing shots. It was great. But he tells people this story as well, that like I just interrupted him in the middle of a conversation to go throw up somewhere.
Yeah, like, I need to throw up and you need to help, because even though you are not French, you are speaking the French. Like, you need to show me the spots.
Yeah. The second one, right? I was 19. I was in uni the first time, and there's this place quite close to where we were living at the time that on a Tuesday night did 90p drinks.
Ayo.
And this was but here, like this is 13, 14 years ago, right? Like 90p could have bought you a house back then, kind of thing. But so this place was 90p drinks, and this was like 90p for almost anything, right? Except for like some mixed drinks. They're not going to do 90p for it, but they're going to do you on like serious stuff. Right? Like you want like a 330ml bottle of beer, that's 90p, right? You want a WKD, you want a Smirnoff Ice or whatever, like 30p, or sorry, 90p rather. You want a shot of tequila, you want a shot of Sambuca, that's 90p. You want you want a Jaeger bomb, we'll do 3 of them for £1.80, right? Instead of 90p each, just 3 for £1.80. And it's almost anything you want, only on a Tuesday.
Where do you begin? Because usually you ask what are the deals, but everything's a fucking good deal. So it's like, well, it's like the fucking like Philosopher's Stone where Ron's skint and he can't afford any stuff off the trolley, and Harry's just there like, well, take the lot. Like, you fucking clean them out, man. Like, shit.
This is like, it's the last like £100 of your student loan payment, and like it's gonna carry you for weeks in this place. And so there's a few of us that go. We get a table somewhere. It's still early in the night. We're waiting some other friends coming over, and these are pretty sturdy tables. Like, they're not going to fall over. It's not the kind of table that if you just bump into, it's going to shift and everyone's drink's going to fall over, or whatever. Like, it seems like it might be bolted properly into the floor. And so we have a few friends sitting around the table. Two of us are going up. We're doing the massive drinks order with like 2 trays each, full to the brim of just fucking everything because of 90p drinks. And we're walking over to the table, and like, I haven't drank yet at this point, right? I'm stone sober, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if I stood on my shoelace or I just like one foot just got caught on the back of the other, but I trip, and the drinks just go
wee, whoosh,
everywhere, yeah,
whoosh.
Like, and this is like, they haven't poured them out into like plastic cups or anything. Like, so there's like bottles of WKDs and beers and everything else. There's fucking mashed everywhere.
Was it bottles, shots, everything just got fucking set?
It's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. Yeah.
RP,
like,
man.
Like £14 worth of 90p drinks just gone.
£4 worth.
I land head first into the table.
Oh no.
And the table, I don't know if it was bolted down or not, but the table ended up like...
You broke the table?
It didn't flip. I broke the table, right? It didn't flip. And it ended up having this weird lean to it after I was done with it. So you couldn't put anything on it anymore because then it was just sitting sideways and slide down.
Yo, chat, man got the lean as well. Oh shit, the lean and bop.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. Again, hadn't drank at that point of the night, just clumsy. Sudden my shoelace or tripped over my own foot or whatever. But yeah, 10, 15 drinks just gone. Glass smashed everywhere, and I break a table. Headbutt.
That is so funny.
What an entrance! What an entrance!
Mate, do you know what the best part of that is? He's probably gone, fuck me, there's like a $5's worth of drinks on the floor.
He's just there like fucking licking it out, man. He's there like licking it out like a cat, cuz. He's there like spillage is lickage, like we're licking that.
I think the people with the real serious problem drinking out of the beer mat at the end of the night.
Oh, what, the drip trays? Yeah. What you got in the drip trays? Oh, has anyone ever drunk the shit out of the drip trays before?
No.
I actually have a story about that.
Okay, we'll get to your story in a bit. You're not done it, James. You've not had the privilege, the honour of drinking the drinks.
Oh, I haven't drawn a short enough straw for that yet.
We need to get you working in a pub. Hey,
My mum and my dad, like, when they were younger. When I say when they were younger, like they were early to mid-40s, they used to nick stuff out of their local, right? And so they used to, if there was a new drip tray, like a new branded or new sponsored drip tray, and if it was quiet enough, they would nick it for no reason whatsoever, just so they could. And so we had this on our right beside our back door. We had this Jägermeister drip tray for like 2 years. My mum and dad don't drink Jägermeister. They wouldn't touch a Jäger bomb if you paid them £50 to do it. Yeah. We had this Jägermeister drip tray beside the door.
Right.
That's the closest I've ever gotten to drinking out of it.
We got the lilies. We got the lilies tropical. Getting sent. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like, I feel like with pubs, it's like if you're a regular pub goer, especially if you work there, it's like you'll end up with all sorts of shit. Like this 2-pinter, it's plastic. I can have 2 fucking pints of squash in there, or fucking anything I want. Like, you get all sorts of glasses. Like, as soon as a new glass, like we got new neck oil glasses in. I'm fucking. The new neck oil glasses are back. After we only had 2, watch them go down to like 2.
Get, like a little branded like mason jar for cracking or something. Like, I'd take it.
Yeah, we did that. We had that when I got sent to another site to work, and they had these really nice Copperberg sort of like rum glasses. I'm like, yeah, they're just getting taken as well. I don't use them, but they're mine now.
What?
The pub ended up getting closed anyway, just because it wasn't taking any money. So it was like, it was going to go to someone anyway. So it's gone to a good cause. It's gone to a child in need. I'm in need of a drink. Yeah, man. That's the one. 2 inches is more than Thomas. What's that?
The definition of child is a bit loose, but
yeah, I'm a child of God. Yeah, I'm a holy man. I'm a holy man. That's what my cousin Deadeyes used to fucking like. He would buy the child tickets for the train and just say I'm a child of God. And they look at him like, you're a pussy, that's what you are, pay your fucking fares, but you're getting fined on the spot, but...
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
The people in the US with their, sovereign citizen, what do you call it, license plates?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just find everything about the US weird. It's just so different.
Yeah. Yeah, the US is a weird place. Definitely a weird place. Right, I'm going to quickly take a toilet break because I'm actually going to piss my pants if I don't go in the next minute.
Yeah, we have a good redemption for that, but we have all the sound alerts muted and stuff for the podcast. But there's one where we do like a hot wings challenge, and he's going to the toilet, and I say, "Chat 10 gifted," and we'll get all of the little hot sauce bottles that we have, put them in one, and then we'll shot it. And then he hears it because he's got the wireless headset on, and he's going fucking mental. Literally, chat. I need to unmute the. Oh no, I don't have blurb set up on here on this scene. Shit. 1 sec. I can set it back up. Right, guys, I'm muting blurb just for the purpose of this. Where is it? He literally goes fucking. Where is it? Wait, are you listening to the stream back now, or are you just
No, I'm just.
Fair enough. Well, chat can enjoy it. It's Josh.
I've literally stood here with my cock in my hands, and I've just squeezed it angrily. I'm like, what the fuck is man trying to do to me?
That was it. That's the only sound that we're getting. He was like, I've just stood here with my cock in me and I was squeezing it angrily, and then I heard what he said. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do? He goes fucking mad. But he's a silly goose. No, Joe, stop spending your points on blurps. I fucking did that just for the sake of the discussion point. No blurps. Save your points. Spend them on shots. But no, in general, I say, when it comes to the Pokemon socials in general, they are easily my highlights of just going to the event and stuff. It's you know what, tournament's tournament, the game's the game, as everyone says, but the socials are definitely the highlights for all of these. Even for did you have the chance to because I know they had Go Fest in London, they've had Safari Zone in Barcelona. Did you have the chance to go to any of the sort of events that weren't PvP oriented, or is it strictly the regionals and strictly business?
Yeah, pretty much. The first time I ever really travelled for Go, I went to Dortmund in.
You went to the Go Fest.
2019.
Yeah.
But even then, I really went for it was the Stealth EU Championships for season 1 more than Go Fest.
Oh yeah.
So it was still travelling for PvP.
No, fair.
I've never had a big social thing that wasn't for PvP. I arrange things with locals for community days or just particular events that we're really interested in, a raid event on a weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe some of us will stay out for a bit after, arrange for a couple of people to go to a pub. Some people go to get dinner somewhere, but it's usually only 5 or 6 of us at most.
That's fair enough.
So really, my experience with socials really has been PvP.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it don't matter how many people you're necessarily doing it with. If you've got a good group, then say it's vibes. Like sometimes when you have those like people have like fucking groups of like 20, 30, it's like you're all just sat there and there's no way you're talking, like one person's at one end of the table, there's no way you're actually interacting with like the whole group. So I guess if there's like 5 or 6 of you, at least you're all like getting on and having a good time and whatnot. But that sounds good. Josh, I was telling
that, right?
Go on, sorry.
EYC last year.
Yeah.
We made most of the guys from our faction from Waste of Potential.
Oh yes, I've seen we have the picture. I'll have it as on my my spreadsheet. It's cool. Honestly, I don't know why this caption wasn't wasn't used. I feel like, no pun intended, but like there was some wasted potential here. But you could have literally put like getting wasted with wasted, or like getting wasted with wasted potential, or just put getting wasted quote unquote potential. It's like there was so much wordplay to be had there, but you boys are probably too far gone to be thinking of fucking shit like that. They're like, oh, fucking this Thomas bloke, what's he talking about? Virgin. Thinking of Twitter captions, get the beers in, yeah, you pussy.
We're just happy to have the people, we're happy to be together, have a few beers in, right? It wasn't even that social, right? It was at EYC, it was the first night. It was the night before the first day of play, right?
Yeah.
And London Finest have this. They've arranged a social for fucking the back end of the pub somewhere, but there's no plan, there's no tournament, there's no nothing. It's just everyone get together.
Yeah.
And we've most of the guys from Wasted Potential. We've most of the guys from the other team, potentially Wasteful.
I'm trying to work out where he's on about, because obviously we were here. Where were you on about?
It was in the Fox XL. At the bottom of the steps of the XL is where
I
we were.
remember this. I didn't end up going there. Yeah, that's where it ended up being on like the Sunday, I think, as well. They organised something last minute there. Yeah.
So we had like, it was just our guys turned up, right? And there's maybe like 16, 17 of us, and then there's like friends of this person and friends of that person all come together, and suddenly there's like 30 of us. And then their mates want to come, and then our mates want to come, and then there's 40, there's 50 of us all at the Fox XL. And a bunch of people want to bugger off and go to the London's Finest thing. And we're like, yeah, sure, like, go on ahead. We'll see you in 2 hours whenever you come back here, because that's probably going to be shite. We're not interested. We're just going to sit here and just have a few pints, because this is fairly close to where everyone's staying. So a lot of them go off to the London's Finest thing. It's not that great. They all come back. And then they bring everyone else with them. And then Caleb shows up, and then Speediest Chief shows up, and then Butters shows up, and then everyone starts showing. We ended up like, there's nothing arranged. It was just our guys just meeting each other. And at the end of the night at the Fox XL, we have like 60 people all there for go. Just
mental.
Yeah,
having a drink.
I've gone back through Finest now, so you must be talking about the Friday night, which was at the Finery. Because on the Thursday night, the social was hosted at like literally at my bar that I own, which is going to be the same this year. So yeah, anyone who's watching, spoilers. I'm hosting 2 socials literally at like at my bar that I own.
It's not a spoiler, chat. If it's not being hosted there, then we ain't going. We will go respectfully, but
yeah. James, you better be it, because I want you to try the Guinness at my pub and tell me brutally.
Man, I'm not gonna touch it.
He's gonna start doing all this. He's gonna start.
There's a outside of Ireland, like I'm not touching it. I've been burned on it before. It's not worth it.
Yeah, respectfully, your Guinness is shit. Just hold that. No, it's probably not, but I'm saying that as a non-Irish person. So.
No, because I will tell you what's going to happen, right? I'm going to send a picture of you into my staff group chat. I'll be like, if this guy walks in, do not serve him a single drink apart.
Mate, you're on the fucking wall of shame. The Hall of Fame, Wall of Shame.
Yeah, right? No, because right, what are they going to tell me? I'm the boss. They're not going to tell me no. I'm going to be like, no, until he's had a fucking Guinness, he gets nothing else, right? Because I need to fucking know. Right? I need to know, and it's going to fucking happen.
It's going to eat him alive if you don't have a Guinness. He's not going to let go. He's fucking, you know what he's like. He's fucking, you know what he's like now in this time we've been talking.
If you go and buy, right, as a backup, if you go and buy one of those Nitro Surge pins, of Guinness, and you keep it in the fridge somewhere, right?
I'm not doing it.
I will no. I will no. I'm not talking about like a switcheroo or anything, right? I'm talking about like, I'll try your Guinness.
And if
right?
it's shit, I have that. If it's dog shit,
muck, you're gonna let me pour that out, and you're gonna give me the nice third tin instead.
Okay, all right, deal.
Fair enough. Right, I'm in the meantime while you lot were discussing that. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, yes, deal.
Oh, we're pinking it.
Yeah.
Bring me in. I want to be in. I feel left out. I'm just looking at what everyone's drinking in this photo. So I see an old moot in your hand, James. What flavour is that? Is that the kiwi? That's got to be the kiwi one. I can't zoom in. Watermelon.
The kiwi one or the raspberry one? So a lot of these guys, right? They've never had much experience with cider, right? So I try to convince. We even Asda. So this is the Beckton Premier Inn. We even Asda right across the road from us. And I convinced most of these guys to try cider for a lot of them it's the first or second time.
I'm trying to zoom it in without it going too mad.
Do you know what? It's really funny you say that. I feel like you're really playing into Pokemon Go player like stereotypes that like they don't party like at all. Like for them.
No. These guys party. These guys they're wasted potential.
That's the first time I've seen EJB not wearing a hat. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he must have been drunk. What's he drinking? That ain't English on the can. I can't read. It looks like some fucking hieroglyphics.
That's Elvis juice. That's Brewdog Elvis juice. I know it is.
Mad.
It is.
Pick up the Brewdog. I see the Magnus. I see the Magnus. We've got Magnus there. We've got Heineken. What's the blue one? What's the blue bottle?
Yeah, let me find that.
That looks like the blue fucking bottle you get with a goodie bag. He's probably got fucking lean in that. Like what's in there?
No.
The blue bottle.
The blue bottle in the middle.
Let me.
So that's Lemur.
Yes.
Well, it's a brown bottle, so
Is it brown?
it's a beer, not a cider.
With a blue label.
Yeah, on my phone it's brown.
Okay.
So like I said, EJB is drinking Elvis juice, which is like Brewdog's like grapefruit IPA. It's fucking banging, to be fair.
Yeah,
it's probably right. I'm just for me like grapefruit, but I'll try it. If the opportunity presents itself, I will try it. I'm open.
Mate, it is actually so peng. It's so fucking nice. I love it. But yeah. So James, talk us through this picture because.
Oh shit.
So to be fair, if I remember correctly, the original picture became like a little bit of like a meme because it was like 10 guys in a hotel room. Like.
Oh yeah. That was. We were kind of hoping for.
All you're missing is a little blonde. All you're missing is a little blonde girl on a couch, and then you man are like choo running.
That's what Josh was there for.
Yes. Very
nice. So this picture, this is before we go out to Brewdog on the Saturday.
Wait, I just deeped it. Who's that in the bottom right doing the lighty pose? What's going on? Like, man's. You see him there? He's there like trying to do the little. Nah, man, that's not the one. But no, fair. Continue. So what was the context? Like this was like what pre-drinks before like going out, or this was like, yeah.
Simply, this is pre-drinks. This is pre-drinks, and we have a supermarket. We have an Asda right across the road, so most of us are staying in this hotel. So why sit in the Fox and pay a £5 for a pint, which is good for London, right? £5 for a pint.
Yeah, not bad.
Why? Yeah, not as good as your place, but from what I expected of London, it was pretty good, right? So why sit in the Fox and pay a £5 for a pint when we can go to the Asda across the road and pay £1 and change instead?
Big up Asda.
And we all just like drink together. We stick Spotify on the TV, or we put on like some shit on YouTube, whatever, and like we're all just together and we have a good time.
What do you do like in terms of, is it literally just drinking, chatting, music, like banter, like, or do you play any like games to sort of get the drinks flowing, any drinking games or anything like that? Or?
No, it's just everyone just drink at their own pace. Like it's not pressuring anyone to drink any more than they might want to.
No one gonna whip out a deck of cards and just be like, right.
Responsibly, don't force your friends to drink. Remember.
It's so this is like what, 3:00 in the afternoon, right? Maybe 4:00 in the afternoon. You know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a race to the end.
Inspirational.
It's just about having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm all for whipping out a deck of cards. I'm all for making a drinking game out of it. I'm all for turning it into auto-racked with drink forfeits, right? But if everyone's perfectly fine just having a conversation and having a laugh together,
were any of them like? Wait, you were a student, weren't you?
When?
Did you say you went to? Was it Uni of Belfast? I'm trying to think. Were you a student?
Yeah, I went to uni in Belfast, and then I went to uni on the north coast as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, like any of the wasted potential, like students. Cause obviously, like, well, I guess when you're a student, maybe you have like a slightly like different like a outlook of drinking. Like when you're a student, I guess if you didn't really drink before you went to uni and you started drinking at uni, then like I don't know, like you might view it differently to people that have just been kind of just casually drinking like their whole life, sort of thing. Like for you, like was it sort of like, okay, this is what everyone's doing, but I wish I was, you know, doing this, or you were just content to be doing whatever as long as everyone was happy?
Do you mean like in this evening, or do you mean like when I started drinking?
Well, in this situation, it's like, you know, you look happy. You know, and why shouldn't you? You know, you've got we've got a Garbodor, we've got a Toxicroak on a t-shirt, a Lola Muck, and then you've got a cider in your hand.
Yeah,
the t-shirt. What the fuck is this?
T-shirt's drippy, man.
That's the Team Poison t-shirt, right?
That is,
you know, yeah. You wear that and you take it off in the middle of the match on stream, right? So you've got like a jumper, or you've got a hoodie over. You let your opponent know that you're toxic as fuck. You
backing the top off on stream, like man's getting the fucking rig out, sloppy rigs.
I was the instigator for this evening. I was the, you know, let's all save a wee bit of money and let's all just get fucking pissed together in a hotel room where it's gonna be way too warm, and you know, if clothes start coming off.
Mad.
But no, I was just.
You man are doing a sausage party in the hotel. Way.
Yeah, what's wrong with the sausage party?
No, nothing. It's a good film. It's a good film.
It was just to get everyone together, just to have a few drinks. Is all it was, right? With regards to like, I don't drink like quickly, right? I don't just knack pints one after the other, because again, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right?
We can change that.
If I'm starting, we can change that, right? Like if I'm starting late in the evening, and if I need to catch up, But it's not always about that, right?
True.
Like when I was younger, it was about economics, right? You know, how drunk can you get for your money?
Man said basic economics. Yeah, man went out like every night out with like a briefcase and a business plan.
And minimize pounds, right?
Yeah.
But as time goes on, and you know, you have more money to spend on these kinds of things, then it's...
But surely, like over time, if you keep going out and drinking, you're only increasing your tolerance. Therefore, you need to drink more to get drunk. So you should really have a bit of a dry spell. You know, I'm used to the dry spells. Like you have a bit of a dry spell, and then you you just full send it one evening, and it's like you're probably drunk off 3 beers, and then you know 4th, 5th, it's like you're having a good evening.
The thing is, whenever I'm home, I actually don't drink all that often. Like, I wouldn't have like 1 or 2 on a Friday or a Saturday or anything like that. It'd be once a month. I would have 2 drinks if I'm not going out to one of these events.
Yeah, it's just us that's weird that has like a few drinks on a Friday, sit on Twitch. Yeah. It's just us that's weird.
You drink on a Tuesday morning, you know, and then a couple of bottles on a Wednesday evening, and then Thursday, it's lunchtime. Well, sure, we can have a bit of an Irish lunch, can't we?
Yeah, liquid lunch.
I would do that. Me and Thomas have both had conversations with our partners about this podcast where they've both been like, where they've both been like, we're kind of concerned about you drinking on a Friday night every Friday.
I mean, I could full send it in the pub and just be there, like at least there I'm like here.
Yeah, and it's fine. But because we're sat at home, in like a video call, getting on it, it's like no.
Well, for you, like for context, like I live with my partner as well, so it's like. Yeah, it's like literally when I got the snuddy, you've still got yours. Fair play. Like I was boiling in that. I don't know if she wears that. Yeah. Yeah, literally when I took the snuddy, she was like, "No, snuddy, I was gonna wear that." I'm like, "No, content."
Oh, the vapes come out. The vapes come out.
He's out in the beer garden chat.
Mate, genuinely,
I had to look up like community terms and conditions and all the rest of Twitch just to make sure that I could, because I don't know if you could or not.
Oh no, I have it ticked. I usually have mine ticked where it's like excessive alcohol consumption, tobacco use, and drugs. So I think you're okay.
Perfect.
I think this is genuinely the first guest we've had on that like vapes.
Wasn't Max vaping? Pocky Monster Max. That's what he was.
Mate, to be honest, I'll be quite honest. Like
you don't remember?
Yeah, no, Jay, I don't. I think by the end of that podcast, I was like quite fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'd sent like a good amount.
Can someone translate what Lurgan is saying? He's not saying anything, Tom. Stop being silly. You idiot.
Right, okay.
Lurgan's just blowing clouds.
Yeah. So to be fair, this is really bad. So if you were at the Brewdog on like at UIC, like there's a really high chance like we actually met, and I just didn't have a clue because I was fucking well on my way.
Well, like I know your face, so I've definitely met you before.
Yeah,
and like odds are it's either Liverpool or
you fat cunt. You can't miss you. I'm joking.
Suck your mum, bro. So did you stay until the end of Brewdog?
Yes, we stayed until they kicked everyone out.
And then did you come along to like the club after?
That time, no, right? But the World's 2022, the first time we went to Brewdog, I got roped into going to a few different bars after we left Brewdog.
Roped in, he says. Roped in. Blame someone else.
Have you ever had do you ever have like these are really attractive French people? You know, Dex and Sandudu. Really like
I ended up like a warehouse rave with Anacore and Dex in like this was like Worlds, like London, and it was like in Lee Valley. It was like Lee Valley at like 5 a.m. My missus, because Lee Valley there's around like a load of warehouses around there, right? And he must have booked out like I don't know what it is, not a cabinet or like something where a rave was going. And my missus thought I'd been kidnapped. She's like, "What are you doing like in a fucking warehouse at 5 a.m. I'm like, I'm raving, innit? It's like we got an Uber all the way from like Canary Wharf or whatever to fucking Lee Valley. I don't know how much it was, but yeah, I just remember me, Dex, and Anacore getting on it. But you were saying you were with Doodoo and Dex. You were roped in by the Frenchies.
It was with everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like this we went to after Brewdog. It was a few hundred meters down the road from the place.
Yeah.
Don't know the name. You walk in, security out the front, right? So you walk in, and there's just like little wooden staircase that sort of winds in on itself. So you're on to technically the second floor, but it's only like half.
Electric shuffle. It has to be electric shuffle.
Yeah, electric shuffle.
Security straight away, winding stairs. Was there were there people playing like what looked like curling and stuff upstairs on the thing? Yeah, on the board.
Having a clue.
Oh, you were bladdered, mate. Yeah, you fucking. You didn't even know what day it was, mate.
So, like you've got Dex, you've got Doodoo, and there was some other French person. Don't know who it was, but speaking French, and like they have like there's 10 shots of vodka just lined up on the side of the bar.
Yeah.
And it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Of course, yeah.
Mate, it had to have been electric shuffle. Had to.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know the place.
Yeah, no, it 100% had to be because
speaking of shot, Squawk redeemed the shot, so I'm gonna sort that out.
I don't want to do any more vodka, man.
No, you're not.
I don't want to do it.
You know, no one's making you do vodka. Like you are.
I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'm just not gonna be happy.
Oh, for fuck! Here we go. It's like, fucking, why am I keep winning in Liverpool? Yeah, skinny shit.
James, feel free to feel free to join for a shot.
No, but that winding staircase, that has to be electric shuffle, like 100%.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, they got the shot. They got the shots in.
I ended up. Yeah, there were the shots. 10 shots. There's the other French person, I don't know what happened to them, but just me, Dax, and Dudu, just
ripping
a few shots each, and then I remembered why I don't do shots because especially vodka, like even if it's good vodka, it's still vodka.
Was it flavored vodka or was it just straight petrol?
It was just straight petrol.
Fair enough, yeah.
Jesus.
Right, as Ross gets, like it wasn't Tesco extra value, boat cleaner type of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was,
Not Lidl own brand, Rachmaninov, like finest, like Smirnoff's fucking wish little cousin. Yeah, it was actually probably decent vodka then, but for you, it's not. It's not the one.
But it's still vodka, right? It could be. I don't think I've ever touched it. Right? It could be Grey Goose. I don't know. People think that's like a pretty smooth vodka, but like. Right, the third shot.
People get excited by the word premium. They see premium on something and they get excited. Like it could be X, it could be vodka, it could be Pornhub. They get excited when they see premium. Like it doesn't make it any better.
No. So we end up a few drinks there, a few Jaeger bombs later, and I bought Azure like 4 Jaeger bombs just because he was fucking gone already. And I was like, sure, yeah,
he is actually he's a lethal weapon. That kid, guy, man. I don't know how old he is. Does anyone know the age? I didn't check the age. I broke the rule number 1. How old is Azure?
I think he's only a couple of years younger than me.
He's got to be young though, because he was Fortnite dancing in the club in Liverpool.
Yeah, I think he's mid-20s.
Nah, man, he's a big man doing that. But anyway, yeah. So Frenchies getting the shots in, Voddy at what we believe to be Electric Shuffle, home of the fumble.
Yeah,
there just wasn't.
Put a few air bombs going, and then I think I don't even make the last train.
Did you have an actual drink, or did just when you got there, people were just giving you bombs and shots? Like, did you have an actual sipping drink that you could enjoy, or?
No, because there was no cider.
Oh, fair enough.
And it was like I get like Brewdog make their own beer, but this is at the stage where I'm just not drinking beer.
All there was the cheapest. It was
every
like
beer
Amstel.
that I had is rank.
Yeah, it was like Amstel, which isn't amazing. It's like same level as Carling, really. But
yeah, then me, Jen. There's this husband and wife. Based in London, they travelled around the world for Go, right? I can't remember their names. We end up getting on a few trains with them, looking for a place that's still open at 4 o'clock.
Husband and wife.
A couple of other people with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're quite young.
I'm trying to think.
We end up looking for somewhere that's still open at 4 a.m. and then it's you can get a Deliveroo for this bar or this shop that's still open, and they'll come and just give you a carry out. So we can just sit in the park here and have a carry. It's that's great. Public alcohol consumption is totally legal here.
Fucking Asbo children.
Yeah, 100%. I would lose my job if I can't.
I'm gonna lose my job. I'm panicking.
We end up with just fucking sitting dick in hand for
Wait, what in hand? Wait, dick. You're sitting there, dick in hand. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, dick in hand. Right,
man's got his wood out, cuz.
It's supposed to be you're just sitting around doing nothing. You're sitting around dick in hand. Yeah. You're sitting around dick in hand in this park for 40 minutes, and nothing's happening, and there's no delivery apps. There's nowhere that's open to get alcohol and EJ, and it's fuck it, you want to just go back to the hotel because we need to be up in 4 hours to watch the VG and the TCG finals.
Was there no bar at the hotel? Was that not an avenue that could have been explored?
Yeah. We found out whenever we got back that the hotel bar is open 24/7.
Fuck you. Yeah. That needed to get abused.
So we got 2 beers and then we were sitting up until about 5:30. Then it was great.
Love that.
It's always cool to hear people's little stories that from their groups, communities, just people they staying with, roommates. Mate, you might all just get on it. It's just starting to open my eyes a little, and it confirms a little more because whenever we've had American guests on the podcast, or when I speak to Americans in general about their sort of regional and play Pokemon circuit experience, it's not the same. These they'll just talk about the tournament. I'm like, okay, what did you do afterwards? Even if you just went for a meal afterwards and you had a Coke with it, you had a banging fucking Kung Pao chicken somewhere, like, you know, like if you had a banging meal somewhere, I want to know about. I don't want to necessarily hear about the tournament. I can watch that on the VOD. I can't watch LurganRocket throwing up in an alley on a VOD. Like, you know, it's the stuff we want to know. It's the stuff that people want to hear about, low key. But what were you saying? Sorry.
Like, I think like that's the thing you notice in the EU tournaments is like at these socials early on in the night, people will talk about the tournament. They'll talk about their losses, right, and how they could play better, and like, oh, their fucking opponent did this. So lucky.
Natural, yeah. We'll talk about
right.
Jesus Christ.
But like as the night goes on, right,
as the beers
nobody
get
gets
flowing,
like nobody wants to listen to you anymore, and you don't really care to talk about it anymore because you've already told 16 people about it. So it's like, well,
you get a second wind at the end of the night, and sometimes that first story you tell is banging at 3 a.m. It's like, you just say, I was telling him over there, and you go, oh yeah, right, mate. It was like, basically this bird, I had her on the floor. I was so fucking like, you know, you just start telling the story that you told like 4 hours ago, and like in your head, you think you're Shakespeare, like you're telling a fucking, you're writing fucking history. But no, honestly, EU do it differently in all regards. I'll say it with chest, like.
Mate, but so to be fair, so all I'm picking up from this is we need to recruit James into like our drinking team for EUIC.
We need to recruit everyone, the whole of Europe.
Competitive drinking team, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll send anyone. Beer pong, you're getting sent. Boat race, send. I've got honestly, send. This is the year of the full send.
Mate, honestly, like I'm not joking. It was so fucking weird because it was after Liverpool that I realised that like we're getting this really bad reputation of being like the guys who are there to party, right?
That's not that bad.
So,
it's not that bad.
Yeah, no. It definitely kind of is.
No,
right?
Look, we're playing charades again, yeah? 2 words. First word, like. Right, I think we are the cool kids. We are cool kids.
No, but it was like. So I remember we did a podcast on the Sunday night in Liverpool, first IRL one, and there were people who were
at Gravity Max watching,
Liverpool,
yeah,
right. That were like,
shut the fuck up and come to the social. That's what it was. Yeah.
They were basically like, oh, it's kind of dead here. Like, where the fuck are you boys going? Right?
Content.
And it was like shit. Like these people are literally relying on us going out, like so they can like.
Yeah, I had that on Saturday. You know when you went to the emo night, I had that like because I went back after the meal. I went back to Gravity Max, and then like for whatever reason, I was like, it was me, Jay, Maxi, Javi, Mustafa. And there was someone else. I feel bad. I can't remember your name. No, it was Ben Buttoff. I said Ben, yeah. And they all looked at me like, right, where are we going next? And I'm like, I'm not a fucking local. I was like, let's just go here. And then we were all unsure, and it looked kind of empty. Oh, there was Uncle Mystic was there as well. So me and Uncle Mystic went in, and it was like, they were looking, and I was like, it's pretty dead in here. And then like 2 minutes later, I'm sat outside with a beer. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's a bar, innit? I'm getting a beer. Like, whilst you lot fanny fart and fucking take selfies and do all this, I'm going to be sat here with a beer. I can have this necked in the meantime whilst we actually decide where we're going to go. Like, come on, like, the night ain't getting much younger, and I'm getting sober just fucking waiting here. So, yeah, I got seen to as, like, the fucking ringleader. It's like, and that's when I was, like, messaging Josh, being like, right, where are we going? I have, like, a few pissheads that want to go somewhere. Like, we had, like, little groups that were, like, just slowly taking over bars in Liverpool. Like,
it was so funny. It was so funny. So Mike in chat now, so Plonker, him and Bait Elmo, who are like, right, like emo night is not our thing, like at all. So like, we're not gonna come along. Like, went to the social, and they were like, it's kind of dead. So like, we're gonna come and join you instead. Like, I
didn't mind like the venue itself. Like, I didn't mind playing darts on the Sunday. I just thought, like, my own personal opinion, like, big up Jay, Ginger Ninja for organising everything. But like, I don't know. For me, this is why I like the London's Finest socials, because it's like maybe it's just because it's a London thing. Like, there's so much like variety in terms of we can go to this bar, that bar, that bar. I guess maybe it's not like Liverpool weren't sport for choice in terms of like venues and stuff, but I guess for the sheer number of people that were expected to come, and Jay worked in it, I guess it went hand in hand. But and nothing stopped us from obviously leaving the venue. So I think it was good in that sense. But I saw a lot of people saying that, if people are just gonna have their own like community stuff or their own like stuff between their own groups, what's the point in Jay organizing these socials? It's like, because the reason is because not everyone has that. Like, not everyone is fortunate enough to have like a little, like, either whether it's a raid group, a faction, you know, just like people they know, like locals or anything that they just happen to be traveling up with. Like, some people may just be going up there on their solo and being like, oh shit, LurganRocket, and it's like, you know, they're just there, they're gassed to see you. It's like, oh, Lurgan, and it's like, it's one of those. It's like that. It's a mixer. It's a mixer, and then from then you branch out. You've done your mixing, right, and then you just branch out and explore. You know, like, you don't have to necessarily stay there.
But then I think Saturday night and Sunday night was like the big thing.
I'm doing quack shot. Sorry, I'm sobering up again.
It ended up that like we had, I would say we had like 12 people out with us until like 4 a.m. Like
we had an 11-side team and subs. We had a few subs.
Yeah, it was fucking so weird, and it was just like fucking hell. Like, I don't know how much more I can do with this. Like,
yeah, 11 grown ass men and Kelly.
Yeah. But yeah. So all I'm taking from this is James is going to be joining us at EUIC socials.
We will find him. He will be fed a Guinness at the Elephant and Castle.
Fed a Guinness, and he has no choice because I'm the fucking boss. And if he orders anything else,
no.
He's not fucking allowed.
I'm getting the Guinness one way or the other, right? It's either going to be a good pint, in which case, like,
it's a win-win for him. Yeah, he knows if your pint is dog, he's getting the goods.
Or it's going to be fucking piss, and you're going to have a nitro surge can in the fridge waiting on me.
Mate.
I didn't mean to turn booze off.
Right, do you know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to make it deliberately.
Do you know what it is, Thomas, right? I'm thinking Stonks it, right? I'm going to film him drinking it, and I'm either going to upload it to the iBoozy TikTok and YouTube shorts. I'm just not.
Right? I consent. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah,
we take that.
Love it. But yeah, guys, I do need to kind of start wrapping it up because I need to go and close my pub in like 20 minutes, like from now. Like, you know, tough world and all that. But yeah, like honestly, like, yeah, man, I can't wait for EUIC. It's gonna be good. Like, I must admit, like after the Liverpool weekend, I genuinely do not think I have it in me to go that hard again. I'm sure.
Bullshit. Oh, sorry.
What was it? Is it 6 weeks? 7 weeks? Like, you'll definitely have it in you by then.
No. Okay, so because
he's an old man.
No. So EUIC happens. Okay, 2 weeks after, me and Thomas are going on holiday for a week.
Business trip to London.
Yeah. Business trip.
Business trip. Some of us live with our partners. It's a business trip.
Yeah. Sorry, business trip. And so
Thank
I was
you.
there this last weekend, and walking along the main like strip where it is, and like everywhere is advertising like like pints of beer for €2, like, and it's like, oh my god, like I might actually die this week. I
can think of worse ways to go.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like, yeah, it's gonna be.
Whether it's food coma or just like liver failure, just, you know, whatever happens first.
Yeah.
Just don't try the Guinness because it's not going to be good.
No, because it's gonna be 30 degrees. Like, it's gonna be fucking. You know what I mean? It's like, nothing.
Yeah.
Curdled pint of warm Guinness, yummy. Can't wait for that.
Curdled.
Thomas, you got anything else you want to ask?
No, I think we've covered some good stuff. I say it's been a good episode. It's nice to have we have quite a variety of guests on the channel, and we welcome everyone regardless of race, religion, sexuality, creed, all of that good stuff. And it's good to have someone that's sort of just one of us. It's like, because we don't always get that. Sometimes we have to not tone it down, but other people, it's like you ask them, what they do with in their spare time and stuff like that, and quite a lot of the guests we realise we get on, they're actually quite sensible and probably got their lives together a bit better, and we're just there trying to ask what's your most embarrassing drunk tale and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is this assumption you're making?
Yeah.
I'm going off my life again?
Yeah,
no, not like that. No, I meant us.
Yeah. Like, to
Getting
fair,
cooked now,
like,
chat. Shit.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, I must hold my hand up. Like, so.
My house wonky. So.
Okay. So James, so the thing we do before these podcasts is we kind of type out almost like an agenda for the podcast, and
Right.
so Thomas obviously knew who you were more than I did, right? And so like he had a lot of talking points about Pogo, like within it. And for me, I'm like, people don't want to fucking hear that shit.
There wasn't that much. There was a bit. I feel like people need to know who the man is that we're talking to. Like we said, he's the first ever Pokemon Regional Champion for competitive Go, and people are there like, wow, congrats, that is big. And then we start talking about, like vomiting behind an alley. You have to ease people in, and then it's just like, then we get to the good stuff.
Mate, yeah, no, for sure. But like, for me, like especially when I go to the social and stuff, like at these events, I genuinely do not give a shit about the game.
But that's how it starts though. Like what James was saying earlier, that's how it starts. People will start talking about, let's say it's a tournament, they'll be talking about that. If it's Go Fest, they'll be talking about, oh, how was your event? Like, did you get for people. Any hundos?
From the egg?
Any hundos? Yeah, literally. But for them, it's conversation grease. It's something that they know they have in common, and they know they're going to strike a convo, and you can easily end that convo with bah, and then you're there, and then it's like, then the night really starts. But for some people, it takes a bit more than just going there and being like, drink. Some people need that little bit of chitter-chatter to get into it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, I think the general player base is like kind of awkward,
snotty, weeby.
Not to generalize us all, right? But I think a lot of people do need that kind of like the neutral ground.
Sometimes I do, to be fair, not like into certain social situations. I feel like we all do without even thinking about it. We like, when you're at a party, if you're at a party and you don't know anyone there, that's probably the worst thing. And if you see someone there, you are fucking clinging onto them for dear life. It's like, you go nowhere, I go where you go. You shit, I'm with you wiping your ass. You go nowhere. We are friends now, forever, for life. Like, you need that sort of like person to like fall back on, because if you're on your own, you're just there like, oh, I'm gonna be on my phone, oh, let's open my gifts, we're gonna spin some stops, like, what I'm saying, you go into a shell. Whereas if you have someone there that's sort of like, like your person in a roundabout way, then it makes it better for you.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I think for me, like, this is our 22nd episode. I think this is the first time we've kind of delved into almost like politics and religion a little bit. Yes, for me,
we're trying to take a deeper approach. We're trying to tackle more issues and talk about more like pressing things in the world than just Pokemon Go.
Yeah, definitely. But for me, I genuinely find that interesting.
Yeah.
For me, that is what is in, like, mate, like as someone who, in my opinion, like, not trying to like pick myself up, like, I've played this game at like the highest level I can. Like, I've over 1 billion fucking XP, for fuck's sake. Like I've been part of world record raid trains. I've done it. Like, for me, it's about getting to know the person themselves, right? And so, like, I've never spoken to James before. I might have met him when I was drunk, but now, right, the next time I see him, I'm like, right, let's get this fucking Guinness in. So, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not walking up to going,
Josh is Oh yeah, let me see your Cresselia IVs. Oh yeah. No, but that's the real purpose of the podcast. We're using it as a means of recruiting members for the cult. So cheers, Josh. On the 22nd episode, we've come clean, chat. I'm sorry. The truth is here. Yeah. The truth will set us free now.
I'm looking forward to you guys doing your politics episode next. Without any guess. One of you is going to vote Labour and one of you is going to vote Conservative, and then that's going to be the last episode of the podcast.
It'll be like the Commons. Everyone's just there, like banging their fucking clipboards and everything.
But yeah, as soon as we wrap up, James, it's completely up to you if you want to join us. We do have a tradition, especially when we have a guest on, where we normally end the episode with a shot together, and we do ask our guests a final question. Have you got a shot nearby? That, like,
I like maybe like this much left of this, and that's what I can drink.
It's good enough for me.
I've nothing else that I'm willing to take a shot of.
Perfect. Okay, so this show is going to go. We're going to do a shot together, and we are going to ask you to nominate someone to come on the podcast next. They don't have to be anything to do with Pokemon Go. If you don't want, they can just be someone who you think is genuinely like interesting and who would enjoy it.
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah. Thomas, you got your shot ready?
Of course, always.
So by all means, stew over the shot. But James, honestly, it's been great to have you on it. It's been great to get to know you. So thank you for your time and effort. We really
thank you for inviting me over Twitter. It was great.
Right. And big up Adelian for again. He does it in real life. He does it on the podcast. Adelian brings people together.
He does, definitely, guys.
He is the man. Big up Adelian.
Yeah.
Big up LurganRocket. Big up James.
Come on.
I miss the old tradition.
Oh.
Or not the old tradition. The old thing I used to do is we'd grab the master ball, and then when someone would nominate someone, 100% catch rate, and then we'd lob it at the camera and go, fucking yeet it. Yeah.
Hang on.
He's fled the master ball. How's that possible? He's fucking fled the master ball. This man is a fucking myth. But hey, he didn't nominate anyone. Wait, he ran off. We scared him off, chat. But no, in all seriousness, big up Adelian because he does so much. Holy shit! Wait, you got the same one? Yes. What a great pair of balls.
Oh my god.
There we go.
What's going on? His ball is bigger than yours.
Yeah, but he's probably like, that's compensating for a small wood, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
It's perspective. It's just the webcam's a bit more zoomed in.
Yeah,
that's it.
You have to get the angles on all those.
That's it.
Yeah. The lighting as well. Yeah.
Like you know what I do for work. I don't want you to tell anyone else, but you get from what I do that I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah. Nah, say less. So does the missus. She knows all about the. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. It has honestly been a pleasure having you here, James. And are you gonna be at Utrecht? Is that your?
Yeah, I'll be in Utrecht in 2 weeks.
I will be there as well. Josh won't be there trying to shove a Guinness down your throat, so you're safe until EUIC from him at least.
To be fair, I might be. I just need to make sure I'm not going to be in the doghouse. If I do,
yeah, doghouse. We'll bring the lead. We'll bring the lead, chat. Don't worry.
Fine. But yeah, so James, if you wanna nominate someone.
Yes, I would absolutely love, but just very, very, very dear friend of mine, person that I team built with. They're in my practice group. They're in my little discussion group for tournaments. A guy that I only know from doing these tournaments. Never talked to him before IRL events.
Oh, wow.
Met him first time in Lille 2022. So haven't even known the guy 2 years. Love him to bits. And so proud of him for winning Dortmund.
Oh, yes. Big man Marcus.
Big man Marcus Arceus Aurelius. I think he'd be a great fit for the show.
We love that. Arceus Aurelius, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. Do what?
Do it.
I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it. Oh shit! No. Hey, we yeeted to that. Hey shit! I almost got sent as well. Why did we stop that tradition? I like that tradition better.
Probably because of that.
Yeah. Well, I've got two monitors. Yeah. I've got two monitors now, so I've got like more targets. So it's fun now. Oh mate, my camera's bodged now. One sec. I feel like all the boys were over here a minute ago. One sec. I can't see a Mulga now. We'll sort that afterwards. But yeah, Arceus Aurelius. Check your DMs. Check your message requests. And we booze you. I'm not subscribing to Twitter X to DM you, so follow me if you don't already. I think he does follow me.
We will make out for sure.
Right,
it'll be a very good fit. Very good fit.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna have to shoot because I literally have to close up the pub in 7 minutes, like
right.
quite literally.
That's right.
But yeah, like James, as we've said plenty of times, thank you so much for coming on, man. Like it's been great to chat to you. Like really good fun.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been something to do, something fun on a Friday evening. Don't regret it at all.
That's cool.
Tom, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks,
and Josh, I'll see you in London with my pint of Guinness, one way or the other.
Guinness, absolutely love that. Thomas, you want an outro?
Yes, guys. So this has been episode number 22 of I Booze You. So we are
Well, we're feeling 22. That's what we're saying.
That's what he's saying. But anyway, guys, we are, for those of you that are watching us live on Twitch, again, we say it every week, and I don't care if you're sick and tired of hearing it, because you're clearly not, because you keep watching us, but we do honestly appreciate all of your support. Even if you're just watching, even if you've not, messaged in chat or anything like that, we appreciate all of the love and all the support we've been getting from the live streams. Everyone watching back on YouTube, listening back on Spotify, and maybe listening back on Apple Music podcast as well, because that is a new venture that we are traveling down. Appreciate all of you guys. So big up the M6. Thank you, Mike. So episode 23 will be same time next week. There may be a guest, there may not be. I'm gonna be as cryptic as that. There probably won't be, because that was not horrifying at all.
Yeah, that is horrifying. Great.
But guys, thank you very much for listening. Say, if you are watching this back on YouTube, be sure to drop a like, maybe comment on some of your thoughts and some of the stuff we've discussed in this episode, and without further ado, we're gonna round this one up. And guys, it's been real.
Love you all.